Good evening, fans out there on YouTube, and welcome. It is the Friday night racing edition here for the Junior Takeover, our first of a couple nights of racing. As you can see, we've got a large gathering of athletes on the field during their meeting. We're just making sure our out-of-towners especially know a few things about our big track here. And we do have, with so many young riders, want to make sure that safety is a priority. Just reviewing some of the features and our expectations for tonight. Hope you're having a wonderful time out there and got to enjoy the holiday with family and friends yesterday. We here have had a gorgeous afternoon, and the evening is set to be quite a lot of fun. Obviously, our program is going to heavily feature younger riders, as we had, it sounded like about 60 kids here for the clinic at noon today. And many of those kids stuck around for racing tonight. They'll be racing, in many of them in the junior D and C categories, which is our younger aged riders, and then they'll also be helping populate some of our other fields tonight, including the Cat 4 men field that's added tonight for Friday night racing, and a few of them also in the Cat 3s and whatnot. So it'll be a great night. Thank you for tuning in and joining us, and we'll get started with racing as soon as the meeting is done. We'll call up this first group and get things rolling. Good evening and welcome, everybody. Here in the park, it is time for some racing, Friday night racing. It is the Junior Takeover edition here on July 5th. Thank you so much for making your way out here. Already welcomed the live stream audience in. I'll have to welcome now our live audience for making the trek out here. Whether you're supporting one of our young riders, you're here just to cheer on our riders, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you and your family and friends were able to enjoy a little bit of holiday time yesterday. Look at this beautiful weather we're having right before, of course, the upcoming heat wave. Hopefully everybody keeps safe and comfortable over the coming days. We've got more racing tomorrow and on Sunday. The kids are going to be here all weekend. But tonight, it's all about starting off with the youngest of our competitors. We're going to be bringing up, first up, the U15, I believe, excuse me, U16 junior women. For the Chariot heats, we've got three groups that are going to be coming up for a one-lap race in each of the upcoming categories. The first rider across the line from these heats gets to race again in a major final, to race for first, second, and third. The second rider across the line from each heat will get to ride again in a minor final. That's going to be for fourth, fifth, and sixth place. And the rest of the riders will be done at that point. So this is going to be a high-stakes set of heats for the juniors. You'll notice our young riders there over near the start line. They're going to be drawing for position right now, so we will decide their order at random. Bring them out to the line, and then they're going to get a standing start for a quick one fast lap around the track. If you're one of the Kitty Kilo registrants that's here, going to find a good spot here to watch the kids. This is the future you may find yourself in if you're curious about what it might look like to race here at the Velodrome. All of our riders racing, of course, on these fixed gear bikes, including the youngsters. They got to learn how to ride without brakes, no coasting. It's all part of racing on a Velodrome facility just like ours. And here comes your first heat now. Your four riders have drawn for position. It looks like on the outside lane, number 111 is Charlotte Westover. Next door, number 203 is Luna Mendoza. One lane inside of her is Hazel Baker, number 217. And on the far side in the sprinters lane, number 618 is Katie Hossel. Our first heat about ready to begin. Off we go. It's one fast lap around the track. One to go from the line. First junior across the line advances into a major final. the best competition these kids are going to get all year long. They are matched right into their age groups here. Ooh, a big jump here from Luna Mendoza trying to get away with this one. Westover is going to try to climb her way back into this one, though. A nice run down the back straight for Westover, who's been getting really strong in the open 1-2-3 field. Racing underway right now, racing underway. Westover with nice acceleration on the back half. Should be able to find this one. And Mendoza with a quick jump. Should be able to race again in the minor final. And great job for this first heat. Great racing for everybody. Nice work. Second heat now coming up. On deck will be our last heat for the U15 women. On deck, we've got U13 men, or junior Ds. Then we'll do the junior Cs, junior C boys. We're got all of our riders getting up here to the line at that point. 3 heats in each of these groups. Here comes your second heat. Now setting up to the line. On the outside is Dara McKinnon Uberaglu, number 625. Closest to us here on the outside. Number 201 right next door is Sarah Lynch. In the middle is Eva Magnuson, number 615. 219 is Lola Rohrbeck. And there's the whistle. Off we go, one fast lap. And whistling, we're stopping the race. Stop the race. Stop the race. Stop the race. Very good. All right, we got a false start there from stepping over the line. We have to reset that one. They'll come back around and we'll get them set again. They'll come back around and we'll set them real quick. You can just stay on the track and come right back around. Take a quick little lap here. Slow down, go. Slow down. Slow down. Down to the lower part of the track. They'll come get you. Your holders will come get you. Very good. Down low and slow. Down low and slow. We'll catch you. Nice job. All right. Get them reset here at the line. We'll try it again. The only kid I hadn't had a chance to mention before the whistle's blown is 612 Maya Reddy on the inside in the sprinters lane. All 5 of our riders vying for a single position in the major final. Second rider across the line will ride again in the minor. Get them reset. More officials will check in and send them on their way. On deck is Renna Fuller, Sophia Avery, Julia Barna, and Ayla Zavela in the third and final heat. And got a clean start, and we're off for a good race. Oh, it's neck and neck heading turn 1. Now we got 2 riders starting to jump out a bit here. A little bit of good separation happening here. It looks like Laura Warbeck might have get a nice bit of movement coming into turn 2 now, with Sarah Lynch starting to overtake. It'll be Warbeck and Lynch going down the back straight in a nice battle here as Lynch will start to pull away a bit through turn 3. Looks like Lynch is setting up to be into the major, and we'll see most likely Lola Warbeck again in the minor final. Here they come on the home straight for their second heat. Nicely done. All the way through. And that is a nice, quick, fast lap. Look at these youngsters. And this is a little bit more of an age separation for these young women as we've got, it's aged 15 and down. So that's a tough ask for some of these kids. They're doing a good job out here making it competitive nonetheless. Last heat now for the young women competitors. Julia Barna, 221, lining up closest to us here on the outside. Looks like that's 2-1-1, Renna Fuller. A little bit further down the track, number 220, Sophia Avery in lane 2. And then all the way down there in the sprinters lane, number 631 is Ayla Zavela. That's going to be our 4 riders lined up to start. And one fast lap, here we go. Oh, the good jump here on the sprinter's lane. It's going to be Ayla taking the early lead. This is getting interesting, though, down the back straight. Looks like there's going to be a counter from Sophia Avery, the rider, in the gray, now taking over at the front with a light blue helmet. Renna Fuller trying to hold on to the wheel. It's a pretty good grouping of 3 here. This is the most competitive the heats have been yet. Ooh, this might be a fight for both the minor and the major position here. Oh, it's starting to flatten out a little bit here. Oh, look at this. Whoa, all right, a nice late attack there on the far outside as Julia Barna gets enough acceleration to take, I believe, first across the line. Avery on the inside would be good to race again in the minor final. That's a tough heat there.
Junior C's, you need a stage over here. The Junior C's in the warm-up circle. Come over to the judges' stand. Junior C's, we need a stage.
Chariot Patel, number 620, closest to us, number 602. Will Phillips next door, and 622 is Nolan Archambault. And then finally down at the bottom there, that's 601. Gavin Fairbanks, our 4 riders in the heat. This is our under 13, our junior D men here now off and away. Ooh, the inside of this battle. Look at this. Ooh. That looks like, I believe that's Nolan, the rider that's taken the front position now. Whoa, Fairbanks is trying to fight here to make it close. He has not letting this get away just yet. A nice race here in this first heat. It's still 1 rider to go to the major and 1 to go to the minor, but Fairbanks doing a bit of work here to try to catch back on. The early jump from Nolan. Look at this. Whoa, good race from these 2. '69 Diego Avery on the outside at 666 Javi Mejia in lane 4. Next door is 626 Thomas Frazier, 608 Joshua Hunter, and 617 Owen Chen gets the start, and off we go. It's our second heat. Ooh, good push for the middle. We've seen the early lead doesn't necessarily turn out well here so far for the junior Ds. Let's see. Lined up pretty close here going down the back half of the track. It's still a fight here. 2 leading the way, but 2 trying to catch back on. Oh, look for the big jump here around the corner coming out of turn 4. Nice acceleration and goodbye heat. Whoa, dropping them quickly out of the turn. A nice move. It's number 617, Owen Chen, taking control. 626 is Thomas Frazier. That's the rider that got off to an early start, able to hold on for the minor final. That plays well for him as well. And here comes your last of the junior D boys. The young men now coming out. Our last heat. Junior C men up next. We've got our 3 heats for the junior C men coming up here in a little bit. Junior D's, your final heat now on track.
In the Junior C's, I'm missing Noam. Noam, where are you?
.632 on the outside, Royce Chan out in the farthest lane. 621 right next door is Sparsh Patel. Number 619 is Matthew Ishikawa. 603, Ben Zhang. And on the inside is Owen Fuller. There's your 5 riders in our final heat. 1 more to get to the major final. 1 rider to go to the minor.
Let's go.
Yeah, off we go. 1 fast lap for the youngsters. Our young athletes getting support all around the velodrome. It's a little quiet. We're considering who to cheer for. We're thinking about it really hard here. Oh, there we go. I'm starting to hear some volume. But we even got folks tuning on the live stream as far away as Taiwan to make sure the juniors know that they're being supported. That's right. We got international viewership here at the velodrome. This is a big jump away from the group. Holy moly. Great speed being shown here. Wow. Took care of business in the heat here, 6:19. And the fight for the minors looking good too. It'll be Fuller on the inside though, I believe. Will be unofficially going that way. And it was Matthew Ishikawa, the big strong attack right from the go, all over the bike and really just took control of that race. Nicely done. We'll be racing again in the major final. The rider in all three is Keegan Fairbanks on the outside of this group. Looks like it's going to be Arden Lucier, number 627, right next door. 609, that's Cody Chang in lane 2. And finally, down in the sprinters lane, that looks to be 627, Arden Lucier. That's our riders lined up, pardon me. Lyndon Zavala, number 630. Your 4 riders in this very first heat, same rules apply. 1 lap around the track, first rider to the major, second rider across the line to the minor. Off we go. Ooh, a good push for 627. Off we go quickly again. This is now the Junior C's. And Keegan Fairbanks takes the lead position and is going to try to roll away with this thing, looking quick out of turn 2. The race for the minor final on behind him. Oh, it is side by side behind Fairbanks, who's taken over at the front. Watching that last heat, he said, I can do the same thing. I'll just take control here. So Keegan rolling away nicely. Oh, it's a good fight for this second one across the line. It will be on the inside, though, as it's going to go the way of 630. That's Lyndon. Zavala first across the line out of the group of 3 there. That's going to be good for the minor final. Second heat coming to the line now. On deck, your final heat. Scratch racing for the young riders coming up next. We're going to have the junior women racing their scratch race. Then we'll go to the junior D men, then the junior C men, before coming back for these Chariot finals. .452, Sean Davies on the outside lane. Next door to him, number 604. Next door to that is 628, Edison Clark Hoxie. And on the inside, 499, Maxim Smegli. And that's unfortunate, the pedal popping out there for one of our juniors. Can't get the foot back in, so the race going on ahead of them, though. It looks like it's a good sprint here before the first position still. Looks like Maxim's still a rider leading this out. Oh, coming to the line here, trying to make the overtake happen. Maxim on the inside, strong enough to hold on. It will be just enough. 638 is Edison Clark Hoxie, second across the line there. One more heat here. Darren McKinnon Buberglou is number 624 on the outside. Next door, number 623 is Noam Gillat. 1 lane down, 428, William Huang. And on the inside, 605, Samuel Hunter, your final heat. One fast lap, one more rider to go to the major final. Oh, here we go again. Good speed out of the second and third lane there. Now looks like taking over at the front and controlling the race again. A good jump of speed here. Opening up a pretty good gap down the back straight. Should be able to close this one down nicely. Darren's making a nice attempt to get away from the rest of the riders, but very comfortably out the front. William Huang will be able to get that one. And your second rider, Darren, there will race again in the minor final. Well done for the juniors in their first attempt today. Bring up the junior women for the scratch race. Riders up to the rail, please. Riders to the rail. Riders in the neutral. Stay together. We'll get you started out turn 4. Riders stay together through the neutral. We'll get you started out of turn 4. You'll get another whistle. Racing will then be underway. Juniors are here all weekend, folks. It's sort of a preview. If you haven't heard the great news, that's right. USA Cycling choosing Redmond, Washington, and this great velodrome as host for the 2024 USA Cycling Junior National Championships, August 1st through 4th. We are proud of the junior community that's right here. We are a fantastic place for young riders to compete and learn, and I think USA Cycling has come to agree with us on that one. So here we've got this junior takeover event we've been running for the last couple of years. It's grown and grown and been a really fun part of our program every year, where we get to highlight young riders, provide some extra clinic time for them, build community between the young riders up here in the PNW, and even riders coming up on the California coast area coming and joining us as well. It's been a fantastic event so far. We look to some more great racing here as the junior women about ready to start out of turn 4. And that's the signal that racing is underway. We got a scratch race. First rider across the line after 3 laps is your winner. 3 to go. That's right, these juniors have been here since, well, probably about 11 to 11:30 or so today. They came in for a clinic time where they got to work with each other, get to do some simulated racing things. They had some fun just playing games, getting to know each other's names, where people are from, about their different velodromes, because we've got some riders from different areas and regions here. We got our friends down in the California area coming and joining us. A lot of our riders from British Columbia coming down and making the racing fun and fast. Seeing 2 to go.
Yeah, we got Victoria, Burnaby, all from Canada. We have our Portland crew. They don't have a velodrome anymore, but they're showing up in force. From California, we have Hellier, LA, I think some Encino kids. We have kids from Texas. We got kids all over the place.
So again, a little bit like a bit of a junior nationals preview in some way, as we are attracting many of those velodromes again for great competition in August for the kids. They're going to get the bell this time. Things getting lined up for the finish. It's 1 to go for the junior women in the scratch race. The lead out's starting to form here. I think that's Julia Barna, the rider that's gotten herself up on the front. I remember her looking strong in the heat for the Chariots. Sarah Lynch has found her wheel and wants to try to make this a good race to the end. Westover also trying to jump up there quickly. The rider with that orange bike's going to come up, trying to get into 3rd position right now. It's Lynch, though, versus Barna coming around on the turn 4. Here comes a sprint for the finish. Barna at the front trying to hold on. Lynch cannot quite overtake. Nice and strong from the front. Westover moves up quickly to try to find 3rd overall. Speed from all the riders. It's this race all over the track here. I guess this is a pretty mixed age group, so all these riders are champions here today for making the trip and having some fun here today in the Junior Takeover edition of Friday Night Racing. Well done for the junior women in the scratch race. A nice and quick one for us here today. They've got lots more to do this weekend, don't you worry. Another clinic tomorrow, more racing tomorrow night. They're going to get plenty of laps here at the Velodrome this weekend. Here comes your next group up. The Junior Ds. Our Junior D men now to the rail for the scratch race. On deck, Junior C men. Friends from Colorado cheering in. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's the Gilchrist family. Okay, very good, very good. Folks on the YouTube, if you're here in person and you want to check out the views on the YouTube stream, don't forget velodrome.org/live. You can pick up the live stream now. Share it on socials. Let people know that we're here, having a great time. You can send all the footage to family and let them cheer for the youngsters out here competing today. velodrome.org/live. Scroll down a bit. You can pick up the live stream now. If nothing else, you can hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up, and give us some support to the video and the channel as we try to march on to 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Help us out. We appreciate your support. U13 men, our junior D category, yes. 3-lap scratch. Just like the junior women, we got a neutral lap. We'll get them started out turn 4 if they're all together. That's right, the riders can hear you, make some noise. Even if you're not here for any particular junior, you showed up tonight, don't be afraid as they go by to make some noise and cheer them on. They're only out of here for 3 short laps. They're gonna appreciate it. After the junior featured racing here, we do have the Kitty Kilo coming up relatively soon. Once those Chariot heats start, we're definitely gonna wanna start staging here well before those Chariots, because those are gonna go fast. So Kitty Kilo riders, get ready. We're gonna start calling you up here pretty soon. After that, we get to the racing with the adults. We have open women doing their 5-mile scratch race, Cat 1-2 men on the 10-mile scratch, Cat 3 men with the 5-mile, Cat 4 men with a 5-mile. We got a lot of scratch races, all with preems. We're ending tonight, too, with a Madison. What a fun night of racing. There's gonna be all sorts of great stuff to watch today. Juniors being asked to come together quickly, bring it in, there we go, almost there. All right, we'll give them the whistle as they hit the home straight just in time. 3 to go. Oh, the jump right away. As Javi's already up now to the saddle for the Jerry Baker Juniors team. Another reminder about your all limbs, loose items, articles of clothing, small kids, pets, nothing can go above or below the railing. Just give a little bit of space there for safety. Thank you very much for helping comply with that all the way around the railing. No hands hanging over. I know it's so fun to lean on the railing and get a look a little closer, kids over there in turn 4. But make sure that we're not leaning over, please. Thank you. 2 to go. All grouped up here. This is where our riders got to be really looking around at each other, making sure that they're moving safely and predictably. As when we got these groups, this is a big group of juniors, right? A lot of young kids, and these are all under 13 boys. And having a young boy myself in the house, I know what kind of chaos they can create. Now put them together in a field like this. You need to make sure that you are being safe, predictable, you are being telegraphed in your moves. And that's the kind of information these riders got today during their clinic, and a lot of reminders about that kind of movement that's required in here so that these fields stay upright and safe. Doing a good job navigating the movement so far. Here they come into the bell. It's 1 to go. Whoa, look at this. Everybody's up and out of the saddle jumping at this one. There's 666 again coming towards the front, but we've got another one of riders from Triple Shot Racing down there in the sprinters lane, going to block the move down. In fact, it's all Triple Shot at the front now, kind of gathering themselves up in the middle of the back straight. Who's going to challenge here? Whoa, the big move now, taking over at the front. It's all Triple Shot lined up. 1, 2, 3. Our Burnaby friends starting to take over here in the Junior D category. Canada's been cooking up something for us for real here. Look out. All right, we did get a Jerry Baker Jr. in the top 3 at least. There's Fairbanks flying in, number 601. And boy, Burnaby looking good there, coming to the front and taking over on that last sprint.
Victoria,
thank you. Thank you.
Got to give him credit.
Yes, Triple
Nice
Shot
work all the way,
Cycling. What a
Diego.
great finish. All the youngsters here, all doing so well in that race. Again, it was a lot of riders all bunched up. We're just glad that they're racing smart today and doing a good job in the scratch. I think, well, we got a couple that are taking a little extra time here. Exit on the back straight, exit on the back straight. Next group up to the rail, let's go. Next group up to the rail, let's go. Junior C's to the rail.
Junior C's, last call. I think we're missing one. Junior C's, last call.
We have 12 on the list, 12 at the rail at the moment, so I think
Okay,
I think we're here. Neutral lap for our Junior C competitors. This is the I guess it'd be U17. It's 14 to 16 age men, according to my start list. So it's a young group of riders here gathered up. But we bumped up the start list here, or excuse me, the starting laps to 6 now. So 6 total laps here for this competitive group. Same rules apply. It's a scratch race. You'll hear a bell at 1 to go. I have been given permission if there's any desire to see today's preems go up during the racing for the adults later today, that I can open up the opportunity for riders, spectators, anybody on YouTube to donate and raise some money for some preems. So if you are interested, if you have got cash in the, just burning a hole in your pocket tonight and you want to come over and encourage some fast laps during any of the racing, you can either donate it in a general way or say, hey, I want this to go to this group on this lap, whatever you want to do, you can control it. You can also go on YouTube and use the super chats if you want to try to dictate it that way as well. Whistle sounded, racing's underway. Off we go. 6 laps on the cards. Keegan Fairbanks takes over at the front on our opening lap. Bunching up quickly there on the back straight. Now a new rider taking over at the front. Quite a bit of movement here. They know this is going to be a relatively short race. 6 laps at this tempo is going to go by real quick. It's just about 1.5 miles total distance, to give you an idea of the distance that they're riding. So we know it's relatively short distance for these athletes. Expect some good speed here today. 628 taking over at the front now. That's going to be Edison Clark-Hoxie. Trying to stay at the front here for a little bit of extra time. He'll pull up eventually though. That's Fairbanks just finds his way to the front again. Sean Davies, 452, will now move up to the front. If just for a moment, he'll pull up. That's the rider that we didn't get to see in the heats. I'm excited to see what he tries to do here in the scratch. Might be a little bit more fresh from not getting the chance to jump there in that Chariot race, thanks to a little bit of an issue with the clip in on the start. 4 to go. That was Lyndon Zavala, the rider in blue, taking over the front now, watching the rest of the field kind of sit behind his wheel and bunch up at the back, signaling it's a bit slower now than it was in those opening 2 laps. This is too short of a race for anything to really get away. When you see those first couple laps, you know, maybe some juniors is trying to make it fast, saying, oh, let's drop some of these kids, and it's not going to happen today. Not on this short of a race. This group is going to stay together. It's going to come down to tactics in the final lap and a half or so, and the timing of the movement of those riders, when they're going to want to get to top speed, making sure they've got a good lane and good position. This is going to be one of the bigger groups of just kids that they would have raced with. So you want to start figuring out your sensibilities. You want to figure out your line, figure out your wheels you want to follow. There's Fairbanks again trying to restart the speed a bit. He'll pull up quickly. Davies was there to watch his wheel. He'll pull up as soon as he stops. So you can see already a little bit of mark has been made within the group. Who's watching who? Sitting above the red line now, kind of regathering themselves just for a moment. Next time we see them, the bell will be ringing as they exit this corner. 2 to go in our short scratch here for the Junior Cs. It's Edison Clark-Hoxie coming to the front again, opening up an attack here, up and out of the saddle. That's no fake. That's going to be Sean Davies trying to set something up here. Has a rider on the wheel, so realizes that maybe the 2 of them can start to pull away. Not sure what they're doing yet. They're trying to figure out they can get away from this thing. It's 1 to go.
1 to go, 1 to go.
1 to go. Fairbanks and Davies have pulled away from the field. William Huang's trying to get back up there again. They're both sitting high. This could get kind of interesting here. Davies is just watching Fairbanks, but here comes William Huang back into the picture. Now Davies back onto the wheel of Huang. The rest of the field, they got to just go, go, go. These front 3 are going to go fast. Now here goes Fairbanks on his jump. This is something he's been doing in our Cat 3 fields like a pro all season long. His top speed has just been getting better and better. Davies with a great race here too, trying to get away from him. Tough racing though. Fairbanks, Davies with a great finish. And out of the field, ooh! A rider who's been very active. Again, 628 Edison Clark-Hoxie has been out the front quite a bit here tonight. Does find 3rd out of the field. That's first out of that group. Nice finish for the Junior Cs.
Clark, go ahead. Sprinter's lane. Clark, sprinter's lane. Go and finish your lap. Also, at this point, Kitty Kilo, you should be to staging. At this point, Kitty Kilo should be to staging, which is behind the beer garden now. Clark going exit on the back. Great job. So Kitty Kilo to staging.
All right, you heard Coach. Time to get all the Kitty Kilo riders queued up. Bring over the goods. Helmets on. Get your gear ready to go. We'll get you lined up for your start. It will be older kids towards the front or younger riders towards the back. Coming up next, it is the minor final, then the major final for the junior women. We'll do the minor and then the major final in the Chariots for the junior Ds, and then finally our junior Cs, minor and then major final for these Chariots. And that will conclude the junior focused racing here today before we go into our fun Kitty Kilo event. And then the big kids who've been waiting their turn will get a chance to get out here after that. And this is our minor final for our junior women. It's Sophia Avery, number 220, lining up on the outside. Right next door to her, Lola Warbeck, number 219. And on the inside, Luna Mendoza, number 203. Just about ready for their start, racing for 4th, 5th, and 6th overall here in our junior women for the Chariots. Mendoza with a good start. We saw this in her heat as well, getting off to a quick acceleration from the beginning. Lola, though, able to catch back onto the wheel here, should start to overtake on the back straight, and she will do so. Now it's Warbeck in the lead position. Avery trying not to let her get away too fast, trying to catch back onto the wheel. Now Avery making the move to get onto that wheel. Ooh, here we go, hitting the turn. It's going to go from the rider at the back, now moving to the front. She's got some good acceleration, trying to hold on to this one, taking over the front. Avery overtaking will be first across the line out of this group. Warbeck with a nice effort. And Lona Mendoza with another great start. Our 3 riders here in the minor finals doing a great job. Here comes your major final for the junior women. Our top competitors and qualifiers from each of their heats. Julia Barna, number 221 on the outside position. Next door is number 111, Charlotte Westover. That's the rider in the middle lane. And down in the sprinters lane, number 201, Sarah Lynch. Will be your 3 riders here racing for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place in the Chariot. And off we go for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place finish here today in our Chariot race for the junior women. It's Sarah Lynch gets a good shove to start and carries momentum nicely through turn 1 and now into on the back straight. Has opened up a nice big gap here. Westover might be waiting for the wheel to come around. Now trying to jump on the attack coming from number 221 is Barna now in her effort as well, getting up to speed. Barna closing in on the wheel. Lynch still on the front. Barna trying to close. Westover on the wheel too. We could have a good one here, folks. Make some noise for the juniors. Our junior women making it good. Lynch from the front can hold on. Whoa, Barna was coming in fast, but not quite enough to catch as Lynch will get it. Oh, very nice sprint here for all three riders. Westover playing that well as well, getting on the wheel of Barna, trying to make that a smart follow move there around the back half of the track. But Lynch from the front holds off. Your minor final for the junior Ds on the track now. 626, Thomas Frazier, the rider in the outside position. 611 is Owen Fuller right in the middle. 601, Gavin Fairbanks lined up in the sprinter's lane, racing for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Quick lead for a rider on the outside. Thomas takes the lead position for a moment here, but give it back to the sprinter's lane. Our riders all bunched up there in the middle of the turn here. That's Gavin Fairbanks still holding onto the lead going down the back straight. Now he's got everybody lined up behind him. Gavin from the front just pushing down those pedals with a lot of power here. Here we go, make some noise. Last time these riders will be competing tonight, and what a great lap for Gavin from the front. Nice and consistent power there. Can't be taken over. Nicely done. Let's bring up our next group. This will be for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. I see a lot of Victoria colors coming to the line here. Last call for Kitty Kilo riders. Have your bikes, your helmet, your tricycles, training wheels, push bikes, whatever you brought tonight, bring it on over. Come towards the registration area. We'll get you queued up. Older kids to the front, younger kids towards the back. Kitty Kilo coming up very soon. Nolan Archibald, 622, looking for 622. I mean, if you want to compete, I've seen you on a frog bike. Let's see it, Nolan. All right. Are we getting 622 Archibald up here? He's scratching. Okay, thank you. All right, we got it. We're about ready to start here. Our final. And it's a battle of Victoria here. 619 and 617, both representing Triple Shot Racing here today. Owen Chen taking on Matthew Ishikawa. Both these riders looking great in their heats. Some of our younger future riders coming up here through the ranks. And Triple Shot showing year after year, they know what they're doing with these youngsters. They always produce some really fast racers during this junior takeover weekend. Now they're just going head to head in here in what looks like a match sprint. You take away a one rider from a Chariot and just make it two riders. What do you got? You got a match sprint. That's what we're going to do. They're playing the mind games of the match sprint here before they get up to full speed. And they'll hit turn 3 with nice acceleration now. Whoa, look at this. Like a rocket taking over the front now. Onto the home straight. The first to jump takes the win. That's going to be number 617, Owen Chen. Your overall first place in today's Chariot. For the Junior D men. Junior C men now coming up. This is the last of two. These last two races will be the last races today for the junior features. After that, the Kitty Kilos will begin. Minor final coming up now. To the line. Madison Clark Hoxie, number 628 on the outside. Next door to him, 624, is Darren McKinnon Buberaglu. And down near the sprinter's lane, number 630 on the inside position is Lyndon Zavala. Our three riders here in the minor. Off we go for another fast lap. 4th, 5th, and 6th at the line. No surprise to see the youngster on the inside take it over at the front quickly. But now Darren, number 624, the rider that's in the middle there, another one of our triple shot racing team members, starting to take over now. Moose to the front's got about a bike length on the chasing riders. Linden's not going to let this thing go, though. Here they come onto the home straight. Zavala's bringing it back, trying to come around the outside. Oh, look at this sprint out of the saddle. I think he might get there. Whoa, that was close to the line. I'm going to look to the officials team to confirm that one, but what a great overtake on the home straight. Zavala with the quick jump and the grit to come back at the end. Confirmed, it will be 3-0. That's going to be our rider, Lyndon Zavala, with that great acceleration down the home straight. Will take it by the official call. Here comes your major final in our last Chariot race today. Getting it all lined up. On the outside is Maxim Smegly, number 499. 428 on the inside position is William Huang. And way down there on the sprinters lane, all threes wearing Keegan Fairbanks. All riding for the Jerry Baker Jr.'s team. Here racing for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the Chariot he's raced today.
These 13, 14-year-olds are huge, by the way.
That does give them an advantage, I suppose. They still got to be fast, though. The jump from Fairbanks looking pretty good here. Huang's trying to get on the wheel quickly before he gets away. The advantage here goes to a quick start, and certainly Fairbanks has got that figured out pretty well. He's already opened up a nice gap here. As Keegan starts to pull a little bit away from Huang, it looks like they've already lined themselves up here. Impressive top speed from our young 13 and 14-year-old competitors. Their last time racing today as junior featured racers. Many of these riders will be able to jump back into some of our adult groups. We've got, of course, juniors are eligible to compete as part of our regular categories. And we're going to see a lot of them upcoming. Kitty Kilo is beginning now. That's right. The young riders for the fun lap around the track. It is Junior Takeover weekend. We cannot have Junior Takeover without Kitty Kilo because that's the kind of chaos we invite here at the Velodrome. That's what I'm saying. When it rains, it pours. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Let's bring out this first group. Our older kids, the big bikes, the big ones. Let's go. Bring them on down. Roll them up. Let's go. Keep it rolling. Let's see how many we got here today on the big bikes.
All right, this looks like our first group. We got one super fast lap, and then there's podiums in the middle of corner 1 and 2 that we're going to hang out at. So this group, are you ready? Yeah! They are. Ready, set, go!
Put your hands together. Really, you can see them once. Make some noise. Make some noise. Kitty Kilo happening here week after week in the beginning of the summer. Why not? It's fun to see all the families and all the youngsters come out and join us. And of course, on Junior Takeover, that's the whole theme. We want to get as many kids as we can get here. We thought it was going to take another Junior Takeover to get more than 100 kids all in one place. But we've actually had well over 100 juniors alone during Kitty Kilos for the last couple of weeks in a row. We estimate somewhere above 120, maybe 130 some riders week after week have been coming out to join us, and that is just wonderful to see. So carrying on into tradition, we've got another good showing here tonight. Here comes your first finisher onto the home straight. Down to the grass, keep going to your left. There you go. You can hang out down there. Stay near in the grass area. You can hang around the podiums. Parents can take photos of them up there. It's all cool. They're there for you to have some fun with. Just hang out in the grass. Nice job. Great finish. Next group down to the line. Next group, come on down. The Kitty Kilo continues on here. We got lots of kids to get lined up. Come on down. Remember to use your brakes. Check they work before you come screaming onto the track. Down to your left, down low, down low. Go down and then to the right. I know it's scary. There we go. Bring it on down.
Hold on. They're so excited. All right, next big group doing one whole lap. Are you ready? Ready, set, go!
Off they go again. Look at the speed of the front. Nice start here for this group. We're having so much fun hosting these kids every single week. It brings out great attendance from our fan base here. We get to see all our families in the Redmond area coming and joining us here in the park, which is always a joy. Get to cheer on and make some noise for some kids that are taking a risk and get out in front of the Friday fan base. We'd love to see it. If you know some neighborhood kids that could use an opportunity to burn some calories here on a Friday night, we're doing a lot of these through the summer months. You can check velodrome.org/kiddykilo or go to velodrome.org, go to the education tab, drop down. There's a click there, a little link there for the Kitty Kilo, and you can check the dates yourself of which nights we have them. Here come your first couple finishers. That's right. We're clapping. We're making noise. We're saying great job.
Start it up.
Into the grass, down left. Whoa, nice fast finish there. Got a couple more super speed riders coming through turn 4. Look out. Cheer them on. A couple more coming through. Keep coming, keep going. You're almost there. All the way past the checkered flag. Yeah. Nice work. Let's bring our next group down to the line, please. Next group to start. Kitty Kilo riders, come on down. Go straight across. Yep, follow the leader. Don't go your own way. Follow the leader. Good job. All the way across and hit the brakes. Hit the brakes. Well done. Down to the start line you go.
Start it up.
You got your own special start line. Don't cross it yet. It's right there. I know. A special start line just for the Kitty Kilo riders.
This is lit.
Get a couple more down here. Looks like we still have plenty more lined up to go.
All right, we have another really fast lap. I want super speed out of this group. Are you ready? Maybe they're ready. Ready, set, go! One lap. Watch out.
Whoa. Rider on a mission. Look out. Whoop, whoop. Quick help there on the home straight. So much traffic in the start. That's the hardest part. Well, the kids will help you get a good quick start again. Another big group lined up of even younger kids, and that's going to be all before we get to the push bike derby right around the corner. It looks like we got another night of about 100 or so participants. Kitty Kilo continuing on strong here. I believe the junior CD podiums are going to be happening just in field separately over where the podiums are now.
So as soon as the kitty kilo's done, we're going to do the kitty kilo and all junior photo. While kitty kilo riders are exiting, we'll do the podiums, and they're also going to do Cat 4 rollout at that point as well. So we're going to multitask today.
Makes sense. Here they come, another big group on the home straight. Whoa, 3 across the line, almost all together. Nice finish. You're all done, nice work. Come on in, you finished your lap, well done. Plenty more coming in, look at these guys. Whoa, flying in fast. Next group, come on down. Next group, come on down. We can get our, I think this is our last group for the full lap. Come on down, roll down the track and then to the start line. Look at Coach. Big blue shirt. Bold blue colors, go to it. Last group, I think, for the full lap from what I can see. Come on down. Get lined up for the start. Down onto the cement part there, the black part, all the way down there. Yeah, okay. We'll get there eventually. There you go.
All right, last, I believe, full lap group. Are you ready? Yeah! Ready, set, go! They're already going! Just go! There we go, 1 super fast lap. We got another finisher over here. Make sure we're cheering everybody on.
Big old group there in turn 3 and 4. A big group of the littles, the tykes. Here they come. All the way to the grass. Keep going. You're almost there. Keep going. Good job.
All right, we got, ooh, loud. We got push bike derby ready to go. Yes, you got to wear a helmet. That's part of the rules of the track. I know it's hard. All right, setting asking the kids. I'm going to ask the spectators. Are you ready for push bike derby? All right, here we go. Just the straightaway. Ready, set, go! Okay, I'll get the photo going. Okay, Cap 4 men, you're going to start your rollout. Cap 4 men are going to do rollout. All Kitty Kilo and all junior riders go towards the podiums. All Kitty Kilo and all junior riders head towards the podium. We're going to do a really cool photo just to say, look at all these kids. There's probably like 300 children here. Alrighty, it's a mob out here. Woo! All right. So yes, you get to look right into the sun because you get to look back towards the finish line. So juniors, turn around. Juniors, look towards the finish line. So juniors, look towards the finish line. All right, juniors, look towards the finish line. We're going to do something crazy. Every junior, raise your hands. Every junior, including Kitty Kilo rider, raise your hands. Can we give them a round of applause? Look how many there are. And all smile. Look at all those people. All right, I hope someone up there is getting better photos than me. Woo. All right. Okay, so juniors, we're going to work on your omniums here in a second. Kitty Kilo riders, thank you. We're going to now exit either through the way you came or you can exit over the rail right there. So Kitty Kilo riders, let's go and exit the track. Thank you so much. Cat 4 riders, you are doing rollout. So we're going to exit the track. Thank you so much. We're going to do a top 3 podium for our junior women, D's and C's. If you think you're a top 3, hang out by the podiums. Kitty Kilo riders, we need you to exit at this point. Go ahead and exit. We're going to get some more racing started. Kitty Kilo Rider. There are stickers. Go and get your stickers. Kitty Kilo Riders, let's go and exit. Cap 4 are doing out. And we're going to do podium in a second. Once again, we're getting Kitty Kilo Riders out of the track. There's stickers. Go get stickers.
All right, calling for our podiums. We had several ties with only 2 races. We had to make a determination. So the tiebreak went to the Chariot winner, but you know, it's all for fun here today at the Junior Takeover, but let's celebrate our top 3 nonetheless. Junior women, top 3 to the podium. I will call you up here in just a second. Junior women, podiums first. Let's get you up over here. In 3rd place overall today for the Jerry Baker Juniors, Charlotte Westover. For Valkyrie Cycling, in 2nd place overall, Julia Barna. And your top place in the overall omni today for the Jerry Baker Juniors, Sarah Lynch. Great racing today for our junior women. Congratulations for a nice Friday night. Junior D's. Let's get you up there next. In 3rd place today for the Jerry Baker Juniors, Gavin Fairbanks. In 2nd place for the Triple Shot Youth Cycling Team, Matthew Ishikawa. And in a tiebreak with his teammate in 1st place, also for Triple Shot Cycling Club, it's Owen Chen. And another congratulations again to our Junior D competitors for a fun Friday night here in the Junior Takeover. And now for the Junior C's. In 3rd place, racing for the San Jose Bicycle Club, is Sean Davies. In 2nd, for the Jerry Baker Juniors, William Huang. And your champion today for the Junior C's for the Jerry Baker Juniors, Keegan Fairbanks. All right, I think we are pretty much set to go here. It's clear on the track. Our podiums are all done. We are about to start calling up our next groups. We've got 4 categories tonight racing in a scratch race with preems. Our first group can come to the rail. The open women, all riders to the rail for the open women 5-mile scratch with preems. All riders for the open women 5-mile scratch with preems to the rail. Two preems coming from the announcing booth up here. $20 cash for each. Two preems from the announcer stand, both $20 cash today for the Open Women during this race. Off we go. Many of the young riders we just got to see during the junior competition there have jumped up and joined us in this field, but many of these riders, this will be their first chance to race tonight. If you're a regular fan here at the Velodrome, you'll recognize many of these riders as well, but I think this is a nicely diversified group as we got some out-of-towners joining, maybe some of the ride-alongs with the youngsters for the junior takeover, also pulling the gear up here and having some fun racing today. This is a big group competing today for the Open Women, and they're going to be going a full 20 laps in this 5-mile scratch format. Scratch racing is still, comes down to that final lap. You'll hear a bell at 1 to go. First rider across the line after that will be your winner. 2 bells during the race will come from me. That's going to be the sound that they are going to be sprinting for cash preems, $20 each in the middle of the race. And now racing is fully underway. 20 to go. The 5-mile underway. Westover now taking over the front quickly here. Looks like wants to put in an opening attack on the group. Or at the least wants to make this fast right from the get-go. This is a youngster that's been fun to watch. Young rider. Been watching her race the last couple of years. And of course, as these kids grow older, they get faster just by nature of it all. But she's been taking a few more risks this year, trying to keep active in these fields, and we see her getting stronger every week. Looking forward to see her continue to compete more and more every year. Darlene, talk about past meeting the present here. Our rider from the Jerry Baker Juniors turned now college kid, gosh darn it, back still helping, coaching with the kids, supporting us all summer long during Camp Velo, as well as just an all-around great racer. She's that rider in the blue for Rice University there at the front for a moment. These riders will usually take about 200-meter pulls at our velodrome, so a half lap, as long as it is out here. You don't want to be on the front too long. Established speedster at the front is Annette Williams, and if you've been here at the velodrome, you've seen her win many a sprint. She'll go try and position herself well for the end of this scratch. 18 to go. Wearing bib 101 for a reason. At the top of the Omnium last season, she earns that #1 bib number as a reminder. And she is a champion right here in the velodrome and across the world, really, a Masters champion in many, many times over. Another reminder about crossing the track during racing. We don't do it. Stick to a side. Thank you very much. Plenty of laps still to go. It's 17 in the race remaining. New rider coming at the front. That's going to be bib 119 of Lou Kelly of the San Jose Bicycle Club, all the way from Sunnyvale, California. Thanks for bringing the sunshine. Take back some of the heat, though. That's all I'm going to say. It'll get hot this weekend. Racing's getting quick here at the front, starting to stretch this group out. The warm-up laps are over. Portland rider Jen Lingwin now coming to the front at 16 to go. Looking over her shoulder, seeing got a quick group lined up right behind her. Kimberly Chen took over the front for just a moment. The front starting to slow down just a hair here. It's going to allow some of the riders that lost the pace to find their way back up. $20 premium on this lap to lead. $20 lap. $20 lap at 15 to go. $20 to lead this lap, well ahead of the finish. So maybe a rider in the group that's not feeling strong to contend at the end might want to try for it, but we'll see who wants to go forward for a little extra cash today in this Relatively long race. Already at the front, might as well make the move. Opening up from the front of this field. Carrying on to the home straight. Well, looks like there won't be any challenge around the corner. Indeed. One of our young riders from Triple Shot picks it up. That's going to be Lindsay Cameron. Triple Shot Youth Cycling Victoria area rider picks up the 20. Sorry, we don't have it in Canadian, but, you'll figure it out on the other side of the board, I'm sure. That's right. It's a good conversion rate for you right now, isn't it? That's not bad at all. Off the front here, opening things up. What's going on at 13 to go? A solo break starting to put together some action. It's our California competitor again, Lou Kelly. And this is enough to start to encourage more of these riders to do the work necessary to bring this back together quickly. Kelly demanding some respect there from most of the field. Now being led with the power of Jenna Lingwood up towards the rail. Lindsay Cameron coming to the front kind of casually underneath the group. Just kind of maintains tempo. Still plenty of laps left in this one. 12 to go. Good time to stretch your legs out. Maybe go put in that order at the taco truck before the finish comes up. Also got delicious coffee here behind the grandstands, where, of course, the beverage garden open and serving all night tonight. Our thanks to our food and beverage partners in 2024 to continue making Friday night our main event of the week every single week in the summer months. Seeing 11 to go, we finally see Scoville, the Rider of the Year jersey, coming to the front. That's right, Vi 13 Custom Apparel providing our beautiful Rider of the Year jersey kit this year. And I really love the colors this year. It's a fun kind of magenta royal color there that these riders get to wear. And Scoville's been proudly wearing it for several weeks now. She's one of our junior riders for the Jerry Baker Jr. team. You can find her also with that bright orange helmet right in the middle of the field. And this is the featured race tonight, so she's also going to want to compete here and try to get some important points for the Rider of the Year competition, stay on top. We're at the halfway point. It's 10 to go. 10 to go. Henrietta Watts of the Breakfast Racing team taking over at the front for a moment, number 205. $20 to lead the lap at 9 to go. $20 to lead the lap at 9 to go. $20 to lead the lap at 9 to go. And a nice sprint here for the Cash this time at 8 to go. Looks like it's going to be Fountain Cycling. Alexi Snover finding the way to the front for the first time tonight. That's bib number 222. Working along with Lingwood now. A break of two riders. And the scramble is going to be on now to catch up, as these two are putting on a fair amount of pressure tonight on this group. That's Kimberly Chen. Smart to make the jump quickly, not to let this thing formulate for too long off the front. Here comes Lingwood back onto the front at 7 to go. Your winner of the Cash right there in the second wheel position. There's Chen making the jump quickly. That's bib number 114. The catch of 4 right behind the lead of 3, and then we've got the rest of the field kind of pulling apart here. I'm going to kind of call the main field right now coming out of turn 2, but even that's starting to break apart as the numbers are still sort of settling themselves here amidst all the speed from the front. The race now becoming about the speed of this group of 3. Seeing 6 to go. It's Chen and Lingwood starting to pull a little bit away here. Snover for Fountain Cycling just needs to get back up there. He's got about a bike's length separating her, losing a little bit of efficiency. She knows that she's trying to hold on to the speed as these two look like they're trying to drop if they can here. Not going to pull off the pace, and they don't want any of the riders behind her catching. We'll go back and check on the catching group now as it's starting to form into the main field here. You can see the chasing groups realizing that the race for fourth is likely where they're going to be. So they're starting to reorganize themselves now into the power of Danny Scoville, the rider with the orange helmet. And that's going to be your field coming on the home straight now. The lead group of three just now going through turn one. Here's your main field now crossing the finish line at 5 to go. 5 to go for the field. Coming back and looking at our leaders here, still a lot of great tempo from these three riders. They look like they're pretty comfortable, just absolutely dominating in terms of the overall tempo and power here. At 4 to go now, these three have settled into a really good tempo and have made a lot of ground against the field, who don't seem to be on the same plane in terms of overall power right now. They're going to let these three kind of get away here more at 4 to go. Darlene on the lead for the field, pulls up quickly. There's Gilchrist, number 105 for the Jay Baker Jr.'s team. Lots of riders in this group still to contest over fourth place here tonight. The preems are all done. It's just about to finish at this stage. Not going to be making the catch anytime soon as the leaders are about 200 meters up, a half lap in front of the field at this stage, just about to be. The leader saw 3. The field will soon see 3 to go as well. 3 to go. There's Lindsey Cameron pulling up out of the way. There's Scoville again with Annette Williams right behind her. And essentially a half lap up on the field now. The leaders seeing 2 to go. We see that's Lingwood again on the front, driving for this strong group of 3 competitors. These athletes looking like a unified team, although you will notice if you're watching the rotations that Alexi Snover has not been on the lead as much as the other 2 riders. Snover picking up the $20 cash preem, and now here comes the attack from Lingwood. As the riders are sitting up, Snover has no response here. She knows she's been gaining benefit by being able to hold on to the slipstream here of these 2 riders, and now it's Lingwood on the attack. Chen's found the wheel though, at 1 to go. The powerhouse of these 2 riders, Chen known for a good fast finish here. It's just going to be Lingwood leading out the sprint for Chen and seeing if she has enough to come around her. It's going to be a bit busy down the back straight as they catch a couple of the straggling riders. These are all riders off the back of the race being caught here. Many of them going up track to make room. You also hear the bell here for the field as they're now coming for their finish. Chen, though, up and out of the saddle, knows how to finish a race. Kimberly Chen, great speed here onto the home straight. Will be able to take this one. A nice race for Lingwood here today, putting in some great effort in overall speed. We go back now to the field as their sprint will be for 4th place. Triple shot leading things out right now. Into turn 3, things looking pretty quick as we're getting all stringed out for the finish. Triple shot at the front coming onto the home straight. This for the 4th place finish. You wouldn't know it though. It's going to be a good sprint. Whoa, here we go. Down the sprinter's lane, holds onto it as it's going to be 117. I believe it's Tendo Mukahana for triple shot racing. Will hold on. Riders, please exit on the back straight as your race is complete. A couple more finishers, folks. All right, let's bring our next group up. 10 miles scratch with preems. Cat 1-2 men to the rail. 40 laps. This one's also got a record in the record books. We checked the 5-mile scratch time set in 1996. when the field was led by Laura Reed for a time of 10:51.26 for the women. And again, that's a pretty old record standing here. The record for the 10-mile set in 2019 during the Vision Grand Prix that year by Canadian Dylan Davies at the front of the group. A time of 19:54.9 was the time then set and still held for the past 5-6 years here. We've got a 10-mile scratch about ready to start for the Cat 1-2 men. Two bells from the announcer stand, two preems, $20 cash each. Two $20 cash each preems from the announcing stand. It's going to be a 40-lap scratch race, so nice and long distance here for our fast group of riders. There is a record in the record books to be chasing. There's two preems, $20 cash each, and of course a fun scratch race coming up. They're in the neutral, about ready to get their start. Cat 1-2 men on their way. 40 laps to go. And the rider of the year coming to the front right away. Merrick Gallagher on Junior Takeover says, you know what, I'm still technically a junior. Trying to serve as a role model here for our young riders, has absolutely taken over this season in this field. This has been a group that's been, it's been a story of a rider who's dominated pretty strong for the last couple of years, one rider at a time. Last year, we remember John Bowie being such a dominant force week after week, it felt like. Obviously, he had to relocate himself, work purposes and family purposes, but who's filled the void of the one strong rider that's just kind of been all over this place, all over this group, has been Merrick. Still a junior rider, and is eligible to compete this year in Junior Nationals, but wearing the Rider of the Year jersey here at the Velodrome in what has already been a very fast field. Overall, the speed's been great from this group, and for him to be as dominant as he has shows the future is looking good here. We got a lot of young talent here at the Velodrome. A lot of great speed from our young riders. Let's check out what's going on here for 38 laps. We've got Mario Sandoval at the front, number 2 for Premier Racing. Number 10 is Ben Flom for the Fell Swoop Racing team. And there's Andy Baker for Liquid Velo, number 8. Came off of a couple-week hiatus last week and had a good showing in several of our events. So is looking ready to throw down again this week. Watch for number 8, who's also got a bib number based on being near the top of the field last year, so knows how to get a good result. As is number 2, Sandoval. Again, overall a strong rider coming in last year. He's that rider in the all-white kit near the back of the field. Fairly recent upgrade, number 45 coming to the front now. Quinn Kennedy moving quickly through the fields. They were quite strong right from the start with previous racing experience in other disciplines, and this feels like the right home for them to be competing in. Interesting to see how Quinn's season continues now as they're a member of the Cat 1-2 men field. Lots of speed in the early laps at 36 to go. It's Tomko takes over now for Center Cycles, number 26. There's that Rider of the Year again. Gallagher. Right behind him is Mr. G, Scott Grinsell of the Dyna Racing team. Talking about this rider, this recent upgrader with lots of power. It's Quinn Kennedy again. Not waiting for their turn to the front, just takes over. Now pushing pace at the front of this field. Not happy with the tempo at 35 to go. Wants to pick it up another big notch. Single file formation all the way to the back of this field. No surprise, as that was a big kick of power. It's Grinsell again, willing to do a bit more work at the front of this field. Now it's Lynch. Just a moment, he'll pull up quickly. This is a fast tempo. These riders not wanting to do much more work than they have to. They're happy to let this reset a bit. 34 to go. Newman for Team Epic, number 40. Another relatively recent upgrade, and another junior rider, still gear restricted amongst these competitors, riding on a smaller gearing amongst a field that races some pretty big gears nowadays. Always a challenge, but Newman's still going to take his moves where he can. He'll make them stronger every time he does these. believe what is Newman, racing age 16, if I'm not mistaken. So a really young competitor in this 1-2 field, making his way quickly through the Cat 3s over a year of great racing here, and just kind of hanging off the front now for a little bit as the field will let him. The catch is well organized behind him, though. They're not going to get away too far, and Newman knows it. He'll sit up and allow this thing to fly underneath him. That was Sandoval at the front for a moment. Then here's Quinn Kennedy finishing the catch, and the rest of the field follows suit. They'll swing up a little bit here. Coalition Cycling now taking over the front. We haven't seen this rider yet make a move, and at 32 to go, he wants to try his first one. He's got his bib number on the lap cards. Galen Erickson for Coalition takes over. Chris Wilson for Found Cycling following right behind him. I think we've had enough warm-up laps, don't you? 31 to go. Let's get a bell for $20 cash to lead the lap. $20 cash to lead the lap at 31 to go. Chris Wilson's already got riders right on his wheel. He says, I'm not getting this cash. I'll sit at the blue line and see who else wants to go for it. No surprise, about 6 wheels back is the Rider of the Year jersey, and he's going to make the jump. $20 cash is, that's no small amount. You know, he says, come on now, I'm still in high school. Let's go get some money. Gallagher collects no problem. Bib number 7 well across the line, and he will abandon before he needs to spend any more effort than that. Recoup his efforts for another attempt later. He knows there's another premium he might be able to pick up, and then, of course, most importantly, the win on the scratch tonight. Erickson again finds the front, wants to open things up. He's been doing this a lot when he shows up here on a Friday night as he sees a little bit of daylight. He's going to go. He's going to accelerate. This is an overall very talented rider. He's got a lot of go in the motor tonight, and he's going to continue to do this over and over, it looks like. 29 to go. Galen on the front, gets everybody moving again. He'll pull up and reset himself, and here comes Flom and the rest of the field in the catch. Everybody's sitting up except for Quinn Kennedy now, rider 45. Decides to keep pushing the pedals, and that'll get the invitation is given and received by Ben Flom to join in. He'll jump in on the rear wheel, and off we go at 28 laps remaining. Nobody wanting to try to do too much work to break away from this group except for Kennedy now. So here goes Quinn on their own. Dangling at the moment, not getting too much distance just yet. The field all still within striking distance. $27 to go now. Andy Lynch swings up high, brings a couple riders with him. Gallagher moves up quickly. They know they're going to catch as Quinn is sat up towards the rail, and that'll slow down most of the group. Here goes Chris Wilson now for Found Cycling towards the front. Not on any sort of braking move. You'll also assume the position of rest above the blue line. And I think this is now going to be attempt number 3 for Erickson to get on the go like this. At 26 to go, he's going to launch yet another move. Baker decides to try to sniff this one out quickly and see what they can do with it, maybe together. Look at this now as we've got Baker in the quick catch. He's got right behind him a group of 3. That's going to be Gallagher, Wilson, and another rider from the Found Cycling Guild that we haven't seen early this evening, Carl Hofer. Baker on the front now at 25 to go, keeping this thing fast, strung out again in single file. The back half of the field, a little bit of a snap starting to form here. Don't want to let this thing get away from them. This is most of the riders now up track, so they do want to hold on, and they will be able to do so. In fact, as enough riders are at the front, they start to kind of lose their momentum and their initiative to go, 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 allowing the riders to rejoin on the back half. Flom wants to keep this thing rolling, though, so he kept the front moving just enough that we still have this sort of fast front edge of the field. This is quick racing. They are really trying to keep the tempo high. There's always going to be another rider, it looks like, to come to the front and just keep this tempo relentless. Fast enough to have lost a few in the going here. It's been nonstop speed at the front of this group. If it's not Erickson, if it's not Flom, if it's not Quinn Kennedy, there's somebody that's going to jump up and just keep this thing moving. At 23 to go, here again is Quinn Kennedy getting on the front of the group. As the racing continues, it's another fun opportunity for me to give a reminder of an ongoing mission here of our juniors who are trying to do this year. It's Recycle Beyond the Bag, an ongoing community challenge to try to collect 1,000 pounds of plastic film over a 12-month period to be made into Trex decking material. Trex will happily donate back to the velodrome a brand new bench as a sort of an award for meeting the 1,000-pound goal. The Jerry Baker Juniors are participating in this challenge, and they're led by coordinating the efforts. Drop boxes at race registration and the Kitty Kilo registration area. If one of the kids brings something to donate, they will get some stickers for putting the donation in that collection box. That's right, fun stickers for the youngsters during Kitty Kilo registration, but you can bring them by to the race registration as well. So far, they've already managed to collect, as of since April 1st, 282 pounds of plastic. So they're well on their way to the goal. If you could remember, the next time you make your way to the velodrome, save up your plastic bags, your store bags, maybe from your ice this summer, anything from your pantry that was plastic wrapped, bring it to the velodrome next time you come and help us on our mission to make 1,000 pounds of plastic reused. Groups moving around quickly here, and there's just been so much action at the front. We now really have reached that halfway point. It's been pretty fast for the first half. It may be quick enough to even be, just at least considering where the record pace is, because this has been fairly relentless. But our breakaways caught here again, and now we're all together as a group just as Erickson goes again at 19 to go. At the halfway mark, the official time was 10 minutes and 2 seconds, which is, again, I mean, that's still definitely within reason of being within that record pace. The record set in 2019 was 1954.9, but so would need to be about 7 or 8 seconds faster in this second half of the race. Erickson here putting together an impressive, fifth attempt here to break from the group, or at least put some pressure, and it's starting to stick this time. He's opened up a nice gap for himself here. It's Merrick Gallagher who feels pressure to try to go catch from the field, as we now see Andy Baker take over the front. Gallagher gets things started. Baker will continue the momentum. This is a big move from the rider from Liquid Velo now, doing a lot of work to bring this field back together. With the leader, Erickson seeing 17 to go. That's enough. He knows he's going to get caught eventually. He forces all these riders to work so hard to get back up to him. But one rider who didn't have to do much there, he started it, was Gallagher, but he didn't have to finish it. It was Baker who did a lot of the work there at the end to close that thing down over the previous 300 meters or so. It's now Gavin Newman who has a bit of room to play at the front again. He'll move out of the way pretty quickly, not wanting to lead this field for too long himself. Baker off of his attack will do the same. 16 to go. At 15 to go. Now Chris Wilson taking his attempt here. 40 laps is a long enough scratch race that these kinds of efforts can oftentimes pay off. This is truly breaking into that distance where riders truly need some serious endurance. A good mix of roadie skills at longer distance kind of race combined with your sensibilities here on the track can pay off really nicely. The field has been so far very staunch in their defense of the front. Wilson at 14 to go. Looking like this one's not going to last. He knows it. Field getting him just enough time out in front. Fresh off the catch, here comes Newman again, followed by Hofer from Found Cycling, the rider in the green. The Rider of the Year jersey matching this attack this time. We'll try to bring up some of the riders with him at 13 to go. And here we are, strung out. Pretty good clip after Newman accelerates the whole field. Only Galen Eriksson so far looking like he wants to keep this pace going. So he'll finish his effort on the back straight. Let's see if anybody else wants to follow suit. I'm imagining we're going to get a lot of riders swinging up high. All but Wilson so far. There he goes. He'll pull up as well. Everybody looking for just a little bit of rest in the legs. A lot of built up over in this one. It's a long scratch. And you still got to be able to save it for the big fast finish. Cat 3 men on deck for the 5-mile scratch, followed by Cat 4 men. Some more scratch races coming up. Newman again on the attack. Going too slow for his liking. The Portland area youth on the move. Merrick doing some work to bring him a bit closer. It's now Hofer at the lead. And the attack coming from 3 wheels back is Eriksson again. It gets on the hustle, and Baker follows his wheel up to the front. So now we got a quick group of 4 at the front once again. At 10 to go, Eriksson driving this train. It's Baker, Hofer, Wilson, and Eriksson look like they are committed to try to keep the speed going here. Hofer not taking his turn. He'll fall all the way to the back. So maybe only 3 riders doing this pole at the moment. But that's still 3 fast riders that could try to work together and make this tough for the back half of the group. Matty Hers, number 4, coefficient of speed, not been to the front much yet tonight. He catches this wind of this one and says it's time to go, and gets up to the front with this group of 4, now make it 5. Eriksson looked like he's losing a little bit of speed now, though, and it's allowing a little bit of that gap to come together here just a bit. Quinn Kennedy, the rider in all white, the next closest rider, allowing this little gap here at 8 to go. Gritting their teeth, trying to get it just a bit closer. And that looks like that'll be it for that small little breakaway. It was a lot of power spent, a lot of energy at the front of that group. And once again, coming back all together into turn 4. 7 to go. Grinsell on the front. Gallagher, second wheel. Lynch, number 11, lined up there as well. Grinsell may be thinking Gallagher might go here a little bit. I'm going to follow that wheel and keep him honest. So Gallagher's not too much of an effort, just kind of strings it out again. A nice pull on the back half, and everybody's happily following the effort. Ryder seeing 6 to go, and I got $20 to lead this lap. $20 to lead this lap. $20 preem on the lap. $20 cash. Not going to wait long for this one. Gallagher gets it going all the way from the middle of turn 2 for about a 300-meter sprint. He's well and away. The field says $20. You got it, kid. Yeah, that's $40. That's like 4 burritos. $5 to go for the group. Nearing the end of this race now. Fairly relentless efforts here by this group to make it hard on everyone here that showed up today. It seems like everybody's mission is to make this a tough race. Lots of great speed. So many good athletes in this field week after week. And Gallagher continues to be at the top of it. And here he goes again, out 4 to go. There's really no reason for him to sit up. He might as well just keep this effort going. He has a new junior record here at the track. Based on his time trialing efforts like this, he has put some times into the record book this year, so we know that this is a good effort for him. He knows he can do this kind of race as well. He's good in the field. He's good off on a breakaway like this. He's got that overall skill set really dialing in. So this is dangerous. He could just win the race like this, and he's going to continue. See if he can do it. 3 to go. The field starting to kind of line themselves up a little bit here. Maybe they can start chipping away at this. 3 to go. It's Ben Flaw, number 10. There's Little Max. David Madison for the Husky racing team. And now Erickson, who's been very active in this group tonight. Does a full pull down the back straight. But these riders, a lot of them are getting pretty gassed. This has been a fast one. Gallagher still with plenty of daylight here at 2 to go. He knows that if he can stay on this effort, it's likely his race tonight. 2 to go as Chris Wilson says, I got one more effort here. Let's see if I can get closer. Andy Lynch now, number 11, also in pursuit. Two riders in the pursuit of the leader, but the leader is just too far away. And this should be a nice, comfortable lap here for Merrick Gallagher. Your rider of the year, number 7, gets the bell. 1 to go, and he's on his way to another win. Bell's ringing for these two chasers and the rest of the field. The sprint is on for second. Andy Baker, number 8's coming in fast. And he doesn't look like he's got many challengers. He should be able to overtake at the front here pretty quick, as anyone's going to even challenge him. Looking quick out of the field is Baker. Lynch thinks he can challenge, but here he goes. A nice move for Liquid. Velo taking over at the front of the field. Make some noise for the junior. That's right. Another one. He does it from the solo breakaway. Andy Baker with a great move out of the field. A nice finish for him. Looking fast. And Ben Flom reaccelerates himself for a 3rd place overall in today's 40-lap scratch. That was fast, and a nice race here tonight for our riders. They will make their way off on the back straight as they finish. Cat 3 men to the rail. Cat 3 men to the rail. Missed the record by 28 seconds. About a lap too slow there. Pretty fast nonetheless, considering that record was set in 2019's GP. That was a fast year. $10 creams. Cat 3 men, I got $10 cash preems up here. 2 $10 cash preems during the race for the Cat 3 men. 2 $10 cash preems. Currently in the neutral, your Cat 3 men now in this 5-mile scratch. Racing's been great here at the Velodrome in 2024, and thank you so much for being a part of it here tonight. If you're still here supporting and cheering on the racers, thank you for being a part of this community. If you're online tuning in on the live stream, thank you for your online viewership and building our online community as well. We're trying to bring the message of great racing and what track cycling can do for communities just like ours around the world. If you're still on the stream, give that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, support us on our march to 5,000 subs here by the end of 2024. Hey, and there's the whistle. Racing's underway. 20 to go for the Cat 3 men. 5-mile scratch with preems underway. I got a good group here on the home straight. They know, down here on the grandstands, they know how to put their hands together. They're making noise like every lap. I appreciate that. We hear you. And so do the riders. That's right. You can make some noise. They hear you. They appreciate it. They love it. And this has been another nice night here of racing. 2024 has had some really good ones. If you want to go back and re-watch any of the racing action, you can do so on our YouTube. You can go all the way back. I think there's racing in 2017, maybe 2016 you can find on there. That's maybe Facebook streaming. I don't know. It goes back many years. You can go and re-watch stuff, including Grand Prix of years past. You can watch the last couple of Junior Takeover weekends. Our regional championship Fred race is up there from every year. All the good stuff can be found on our YouTube channel. Just search Jerry Baker Velodrome on YouTube. And of course, tune into all of our socials at JB Velodrome on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook by searching for the Velodrome. Lots of places you can check in with us. 18 to go. The Cat 3 men just now getting warmed up for this 5-mile scratch event. And a slightly smaller crew this evening than we might usually see for the Cat 3s. Noticing a few absences tonight might give room for a few of our riders to have some success. If you're not sure who to cheer for, how about your rider of the year from the group? It's number 333, Keegan Fairbanks in second wheel spot. Been a big factor here for being such a young rider in this field. Again, racing age, I believe, 14 for Fairbanks. So right in front of him, Conrad Mayer for Diner Racing, leading on a long and fast lap here. Another junior in this group is East Portland Youth Cycling rider Jack Hampson, number 326, another one of the juniors here in the junior takeover theme. So if you want to find another youngster to cheer on, look for him in the midst. There's a couple more products of the Jerry Baker juniors out there, including Tom Herrick, number 318. He's starting to get near the front of the field now. He's got a former teammate right behind him. That's Will Fowler, riding in the Booger Racing Team kit tonight, now in second wheel in that sprinter's lane. Also, J.C. Piles here today for the Jerry Baker Juniors. A rider number 345, I believe, unofficially setting the record for his age. There wasn't the timing strips, but by the clock, he set a 200-meter record for our young boys out here. He was moving fast on that qualifying event. Again, a flying 200-meter time. I don't remember what it was. I think 11:02 maybe might be the time. 0.09. 11:09 was that time. That's a quick flying 200-meter. So a lot of good speedsters here. Hampson at the front making a move. Fairbanks following quickly. Here's another one of our quick riders in the group is Jordan Green coming to the front. He's that rider with that white helmet now, moves up above the red line. And a group of 6 now kind of gathering in turn 3, allowing Westover, the rider in green, to come back up and join them. A couple of our juniors falling off the pace, but they will be able to make their way back up as the effort at the front has slowed just slightly. I got $10 to lead the lap at 13 to go. $10 to lead the lap. $10. Josh Sherfy of the Coalition Cycling Team, number 308. Has had some great weeks out here in this field and has also been on a bit of an away stint. Haven't seen Josh here in a while. Good to have him back out here on the track and now in the colors of Coalition nonetheless. He's got some good teammates here to help and support him. Off and away goes JC, who knows he's got good top speed. Maybe he doesn't want to do all 20 laps, but he can certainly get the $10 here, and he'll collect. The green jersey, number 334, is Cohen Vigliotti of the Devo Escape Velocity Team. That's Burnaby, not Victoria. I had the teams kind of mixed up earlier. There's your Burnaby area team. And Cohen's now on his own attack as he's on the back of that acceleration from Pyle. He'll just kind of ride this a little bit longer and see what he can do with it. And now it's just him versus the rest of this field. A bit of an action here from Hampson, who wants to go try to catch him at 11 to go. It's Devo off the front now. Team Epic in pursuit. Devo sits up. That's all that he wants to do with it. Maybe he's looking for the reinforcement, though. If he can jump on the wheel, he will. This could be interesting. Hampson's going fast. He's got to pick up pace quickly. He gets on the wheel now. We got 2 riders out the front. Your field of 5 has now started to shatter this group a little bit. Lost some riders after this recent acceleration. Vigliotti now in the front at 10 to go. Hampson on his wheel. Conrad Mayer doing a big effort here to close this down and finish this thing. He's dropped the rest of the field in doing so, though. Wherever the field is, I suppose it's really the group of riders in the back is about to all kind of come together. Everybody else is straggling behind them. So our already small group has become even smaller here in turn 4. That really is the field. Everybody that's fallen off the pace trying to work their way back up. Seeing 9 to go. Here's the race. 9 to go. Mayer on the front. There's your rider of the year right behind him. Hampson from Team Epic makes it in here. As is Tom Herrick of the Jerry Baker Jr. So another one of our young riders makes it into the break of what is now turned into the remaining field. Sitting above the blue line, let's, again, one more rider sneak back in as Westover for Taco Time Racing Team makes his way onto the field, and now we've got ourselves what looks to be a group of 8, seeing 8 to go. Mayer again, opening up yet more on this group. Hampson starting to take over the front. Looks like he'll pull up quickly as well. It might be another moment for rest, but maybe not. $10 to lead the lap. $10 to lead the lap. At 7 to go. $10 to lead the lap. Vigliotti sitting at the front of the group right now at the blue line. Fairbanks has this one lined up in his sights, and off he goes. Vigliotti's trying to chase and challenge here. Fairbanks going to be a tough one to catch up to. He's already got some pretty good distance. Should be able to hold on for $10. Fairbanks banking the 10. Vigliotti chasing. It's 3 juniors off the front here, 3 of our younger riders. Sherfy joins in though as well. This makes it a group of 4, breaking away from the rest of this. It was a field of 8, now split in half. Hampson pulls out of the way for Sherfy, who will try to keep this thing going. Thin this group out to a group of 4. 5 to go. Sherfy on the front. The pursuant energy now coming from Mayer for Dyna Racing, the rider in black and pink. They're sitting up at the blue. They should all be able to catch if they keep on their current pace. A few riders just being requested to exit is the sound of those whistles there. Racing still continuing on. Seeing 4 to go as the riders off the back of the field start to rejoin. Our 8 starting to come back together again. 4 laps remaining. More great racing tomorrow. We start at 5 o'clock for our Junior Takeover Saturday night racing. Our special events oftentimes include weekend racing events beyond Friday. Beverage garden and food trucks also scheduled for our Saturday night racing. So if you feel like joining us again for what should be a fun and admittedly hot weekend of racing, look out for us again tomorrow, 5 o'clock, for more Junior Takeover themed weekend racing. 5 o'clock start tomorrow. Big emphasis on the junior focus for the remainder of the weekend. They just saw 3 to go. They're all bunched up. This is basically going to be your group. Is it going to be the rider of the year, Fairbanks, who's just been so dominant this season? Could one of the other riders in this group maybe dial in a way to beat Fairbanks to the line? Hampson's been looking pretty strong tonight. We haven't seen much from Sherfy yet this season, so it'll be interesting to see what he's got from Coalition Cycling. Who can stop Fairbanks in this one? Let's see. He's wearing the rider of the year jersey, so of course he's got the target on his back. But Hampson's the one who's going to take the lead spot. Fairbanks has got a target on him. Says, all right, you're in the lead. I'm going to be right on that wheel. And he's glued to that position now as we get strung out with 5 riders. Hampson's trying to be a little bit coy there. Catch somebody sleeping, but nobody's asleep at the wheel here tonight. Fairbanks is absolutely ready to jump, as is the rest of this field. Conrad Mayer coming to the front there, getting the bell at the end of this 5-mile scratch. Make some noise. 1 to go. There goes Sherfy on the attack. I've been waiting to see this rider open up. He got into the Cat 3. He's looking very strong, and this is a good move for Sherfy if he can get away from this field. He's been waiting to put this one all together. Coalition Cycling, we've been missing this guy. Look at this speed. This is going to be a fast 400 meters. Trying to play a little surprise game against the field. They weren't ready for it. Sherfy with a great finish here in the Cat 3s. Lines it up perfectly. Vigliotti, our rider for Devo Racing, number 334. Coming in fast for second place overall. And Hampson from Team Epic, I think, will finish third. Not quite all finished yet. We'll get all of our riders around on their final lap here. Exit on the back straight, please, on your finishing lap. Thank you. Great to see some comments still coming in on the live chat. If you want to leave a comment for a rider or for our team up here, feel free to do so. Got a call out for Epic, of course, being number one. I mean, yeah, Team Epic is pretty cool. The name alone is pretty amazing, as are the team members. It's a great group coming up from Portland. We kind of serve as their home track. They got to make the long trek up here to get track time. And we love to see even more members this year than last year, as they appear to be a growing squad. I see a couple new members rolling up right here in the Cat 4 group. Cat 4 men to the rail now for their take at the 5 mile with preems. I got 2 preems coming out during this race, $10 each, plus a third bonus one. A bit of a surprise from the audience. I got a straight dono to this field. You ready, guys? $50 on one of your laps. What? I know. We're in our neutral, and that's right. This group gets a special third preem because somebody gave me cash and said it's for the Cat 4s. I said, all right, you're in control. It's your money. I'll do exactly what you say. We're going to ring a bell during this race 3 times. Twice it'll be for $10, once for $50. That'll be enough to get some of these riders really going for it. Who needs a win? Let's get $50. Okay, our riders getting lined up. They're in the neutral. We've got one more scratch tonight. It's these riders, the Cat 4 men. Following this, points race for the open women. Getting set to start next. Racing underway. And get this, the YouTube coming in, a super chat. Someone's throwing in $20 on YouTube for that same preem. So we're gonna have a bell ring for $70. Let's keep it going, why not? There's a lot of our juniors in this group, let's make it fun. That's right, $70 cash now on one of the bells here today, plus 2 $10 preems. Who even wants the $10 preems? 19 to go. Whoa, look at the scramble here off the front. Already we're going fast as Aiden Zavala, Team California Juniors, making a name for themselves right away. Still off the front. My goodness, look at this go. And because we've got so many of these little ones, let's go. $10 to lead the lap at 18 to go. $10 to lead the lap at 18 to go. $10 to lead the lap at 18 to go. Down the back straight, our leader's been caught by 2. Now it looks to be Coalition taking over the front. Is that Sam Karp, if I'm not mistaken, trying to take over for 10? Dyna Racing sprinting their way back up as well. 17 to go. This is for $10. It still looks like Coalition's in control. It will be Karp of Coalition Cycling Team, number 423, first across the line. Picking up 10. If you are at all sensitive or interested in kind of the pacing of their movements, if you're looking out of the field, you'll notice that there's a lot of harmony in the speed of their feet as they're going around in those rotations. That's because this group is fully gear restricted to the same gearing. So you'll notice that, again, per pedal stroke, the distance they go, it's all going to be the same for all these riders. They're all going to be at an 88 here on our track for this group. So it kind of creates this interesting situation where we don't have the same kind of things that happen with larger gears in some of the other groups. both with the ability for top speed over a long distance, but also this group can just accelerate quite quickly once they get used to the gearing. It's all kind of part of the training process here, and it also equals the playing field for our newest riders. Cat 4s are the product usually of riders that have completed any one of our methods of getting sort of validated into the community. So you either come in as a junior through the Camp Velo experience, or you come as an adult through our adult classes into the beginning racing on Monday nights. As an adult, you race on beginning nights until you get the thumbs up to be a Cat 4. As a junior, if you're young enough, you will not be a Cat 4 until you're old enough, so that's an age thing. And then, of course, as those riders grow up and get a bit stronger, they'll get the okay from everybody to get their first Cat 4 race, and off they go. But if you, too, want to get in on the fun and start learning how to race, it all begins with one of those entry points to get into racing. Our adult classes, we still have plenty more spots available through the summer. We have 4-hour classes available on Saturdays or Sundays, just depending on the weekend. Check the website, velodrome.org. And go to the education tab for the adult class schedule remaining. Camp Velo, still some spots available as well. The week-long camp gets riders age 8 to 14 or so, 9 to 14, kind of the prime age for our beginners to get started as juniors. And for all of our beginners, we have fantastic rental bikes already here that'll fit your first-time riders that you will be having included in your camps and your class registration. So we try to really help you get started. 13 to go. Cat 4 men, all in single file formation. Let's see who's pulling them through now. As number 417 is Eric Walters. Fred Marshall taking over the front for that Trackomania team, number 408. And they're almost halfway. Why don't we give them some more money? $10 to lead the lap. $10 to lead the lap. $10 to lead the lap. Another sprint for the money. And this one's looking pretty one-sided. And down in the sprinters lane, it looks like that's going to be 4-5-1. Tim Wong, Victoria area competitor. Another youth in the group, racing age 16. Plenty of young riders in this Cat 4 field. One of the reasons that it's full size tonight, kind of maxed out for our velodrome. For this group, we try to cap the Cat 4s at about 20 riders. They got there quickly with all these junior competitors showing up this weekend. 10 to go. We've reached halfway on this 5-mile scratch. And we saw this youth at the beginning of the race. And that's Aiden Zavala again from the Team California Juniors off the front. Sam Karp joining in, and I believe we saw this rider earlier, Sean Davies, another one of the youth here today from the San Jose Bicycle Club. Making a break of 3, and this is pretty significant. Look at this opening here. 9 to go. This could be a big one. If these 3 can sort of settle into a shared workload here, establish their roles, take their turns, be highly cooperative in this break of 3. Look back at the field now. Let's see if they're starting to put anything together. They're going to let this thing open up. We got Dyna Racing on the front. No efforts to catch just yet, really, though. It's moderate to fast tempo at the front. You can see it starting to stretch out a bit here as Dyna Racing is going to do enough to maybe start to work back on this lead set up by these 3 leaders. Seeing 8 to go. That was Francisco Zapata, the rider in pink and black for Dyna Racing, taking nearly a full lap at the front. Now one of our riders from Team Epic. And you heard it here first, folks, in the YouTube live chat. Team Epic is number 1, definitively. So they're on their way to catch. They're going to try and do the work they need to do here. But this lead group of 3 still looking good at 7 to go. Sean Davies now in the front. Liquid Velo, number 416, is Isaiah West. It's Oscar Moriki, the rider from Epic, number 418, also trying to bridge up there quickly. Another rider from Epic trying to get up there. Look at the effort from these Portland riders to bridge and get to the front. The field's starting to lose some of its faster riders as they're just starting to break away from them. Might be a group of 3, soon to be 5, maybe 6 eventually. 6 to go. Isaiah West just almost there. He gets there to the benefit of Oscar, who's on his wheel. It's now 5 at the front. And they still know the big $70 cash is coming up. $70 cash. 7-0. Thanks to some donations from some people. That's right. At 5 to go, we've got 5 riders at the front. One of them's going to be so much richer. Here comes the attack now from 3 more trying to bridge. Who's that rider? 434, Eric Wong trying to make his way up. 1 rider in the catch right now, 2 more behind him, and then it's a straggle of a field all the way back here in the middle of the backstretch right now. They're nowhere near the leaders, which is a real bummer. Except for the leaders, they're happy to hear the bells ringing. $70 to lead the lap. $70 to lead the lap. 7-0 to lead the lap. Who's going to go get this thing? I know it's close to the finish. Too bad. You want it, you got to go work for it. 4 to go for the field, who just now crosses the line. The lead of the race is the back straight right now, going into turn 3. We're watching for the effort for this $70 cash premium. Sean Davies at the front. Here comes Team Epic now. It's going to be Oscar Moroki coming into the picture now. Whoa, here comes Team Epic. Are they number 1? Whoa, Epic will hold on for it enough. Oscar Moroki, $70 richer. That'll buy some snacks on the drive home, let me tell you. He's buying at the first gas station, am I right? Exciting stuff here. We've still got a great finish coming up. This is your leaders on the home straight, seeing 2 to go here for the Cat 4 men. 2 to go. The chasing group is a group of 6 now coming out of the home straight. That's the next closest group on the track, and you see how far back they are. 2 to go. The race is on for 6th place out of this group, and the rest of the field's right here. 2 to go. 2 to go. Not really a lot of effort to catch. Let's continue to watch our leaders as they'll sit above the blue line now. They know they're sprinting against each other for the top 5 positions in the race. So the race is on here between these riders, and they're racing just like it. Here we go. 1 to go. 1 to go. Make some noise for the Cat 4 man racing on a Friday night. Lots of young riders here as well. It's a junior heavy field for the junior takeover. Currently being out by Sam Karp. The bell's ringing for the field as well. That's Fred Marshall leading things out. But now down the back straight, here he comes again, picking up $70 and trying to sprint it again is Oscar on the move. He's got another junior on his wheel, but Oscar trying to take the big bucks and the win. Team Epic doubling down. He'll be able to do it with style. Oh, and a good sprint for a second. I give it barely to the right on the inside. I think that was going to be Sam Karp with the Coalition Cycling. Out of the field, who's going to find 6th place overall, winning the field sprint? Another one of our young riders, this rider from Victoria, number 450, is Finlayson Blake, riding for Triple Shot Cycling. And that'll do it for the Cat 4 men in their scratch race. Riders, exit on the back straight. On the lap you finish, please. Into the warm-up circle. Thank you. That's right. Eric Schiller says gas money for the Cat 4 men. Yeah, Team Epic, I know. They take a van up here. Gas money helps too. Fling the ride for the next trip, you know what I'm saying? All right, here comes the open women for the points race. We got points racing for everybody upcoming next. We're going to end our program with a great Madison race at the end of it all. But now, open women for the 4x5 points race. On deck, Cat 1-2s for the 6x5 points race. On deck, Cat 1-2 men. In the neutral for a points race, we'll just go through the rules quickly so you know this is the same rules for the next 4 races. Riders will get bells on certain points, sprint laps. In those intermittent laps, riders across the line, the first 4 get points. It goes 5, 3, 2, and 1 to the first, second, third, and fourth rider across the line. On the final sprint, the one at 1 to go, riders will get double points, 10, 6, 4, and 2. We'll keep track of their points throughout the race. The rider with the most number of points at the end will be your winner. Any ties in the points will be settled and broken by their finishing position on the final lap. Riders about to get their start out of turn 4 for the 4x5 points race. Open women now underway, 20 laps. First sprint for points, bell ringing at 16, points at 15. We already saw in the scratch race the names that pulled away from the field. Here's one of them, Jenna Lingwood at the front. It's only going to be a figure here this evening for the points race. Linda Lingwood for Team Mama Bears taking over the front for a moment. We saw great speed from this field in their scratch race tonight, but there was a group of about 2 or 3 that really just started to determine the race at the end, and look for them to try to pick up some early points here in this first sprint when the chance comes. There's not many sprints in tonight's points race. It's a relatively short one since the scratch was such a long distance race. So got to make these a bit shorter on the points races tonight. Good chance for you to stretch out your legs, maybe take a stroll to a new position around the velodrome. And on your way, don't forget to support the businesses that support us. We've got our 2 food trucks here behind. A late night pick-me-up, a little bit of espresso, a flavored drink to treat yourself this evening from Zoka Coffee, or right next door, QT. Food truck is still serving delicious tacos, burritos, enchiladas, and the likes with delicious hot sauce made. Oh, QT had to take off. Okay, well, I can't see where QT is. Oh, man, that's a bummer. I was hoping for a late night snack. We'll catch them next time. But the espresso pickup is still here. And if you're bummed out about no food truck, the beverage garden is still open, so you can always drink your calories and support the velodrome while you do so. Every purchase within the beverage garden goes right back into supporting the velodrome programs here, including our racing and education opportunities that we provide. Thanks to Postdoc Brewing and Locust Ciders for helping make that possible. 17 to go. Next time, the bell will be ringing for the first opportunity for points. Right now, this race is a big old tie. Nobody's got anything to their name. Time to go get some points. Our bell's ringing for the first points tonight for the open women. Points next time around. We got Sarah Vargas, the rider in black with the white helmet, leading the group right now down in the sprinters lane. But this group is definitely not up to speed yet. Ruth Tomko's in position for the Jerry Baker Juniors right alongside her. Is trying to be ready to jump up for some points. The field's almost sitting still for Scoville, though, who will take over at the front. A nice run out of turn 2. A classic ramp-up sprint for the junior. Kimberly Chen, the speedster, will jump right back into top gear. Here comes Chen, Lingwood, Chen. I believe in that order. Scoville and then Tomko. There's still a $50 prize for lapping any of their fields, I suppose. So the first person to lap a field, I guess, at the velodrome for the remainder of the season, there's still $50 cash out there as an extra incentive to get you around the track. Just as a reminder. It was Lingwood confirmed for 5, Chen for 3, Scoville 2, Tomko 1. Your leader after one sprint, Jenna Lingwood. We saw Chen take over at the end of that scratch last time we were out here, but it was Lingwood and Chen that pulled away from the field at the end of it all. So we know they've got a lot of power here tonight in this group. Two of our juniors do manage to get some very valuable points in that first sprint. Both your rider of the year, Scoville, getting 2 there, as well as Rue Tomko picking up 1. Good enough for 4th currently. Just saw 12 to go. More cheering out for Lucy from watching afar. I know the Colorado trip must be going well, but they're tuned in and cheering for one of their own on the live stream. Don't forget, if you're here in the park, you can still support us in our online community by just quickly tuning in to our YouTube live stream, hitting that thumbs up and the subscribe button, maybe sharing it with friends and family real quick. Post it to your socials, let people know you're here and enjoying this great show. That'll help us broaden our reach. Seeing 11 to go. Bells ringing. We saw a lot here from number 222 in the scratch, as well as Alexi Snover of Fountain Cycling Guild. Fount, not a new name to me, but this rider new to me is Snover, and looking very strong already in this group. Clearly has some good experience racing with Fount in other disciplines. Plenty strong here today, leading out this sprint. Now here comes Chen and Lingwood, who continue to race against one another. Into the line, Chen this time, Lingwood barely catching Snover, I believe. And that was Lou Kelly, I believe, for the San Jose Bicycle Club picking up 1 point that time. We'll wait on the confirmation for the finishing order, as the front was yet again quite close. But I believe our leaders have flip-flopped that time. Your leaders have flip-flopped here on the first 2 sprints. Lingwood getting beat this time by Chen, putting them in a tie. 8 points each for Chen and Lingwood, your leaders. Behind that, we got Snover and Scoville both with 2. Tomko and Kelly both with 1. But we have a break of 4, and in there, of course, we have our 2 points leaders, no surprise. They're joined by 2 more, including one of the riders just picking up points, Lou Kelly of the San Jose Bicycle Club. That's number 119. I believe that she's now the rider on the front. And also Snover, Fountain Cycling Guild, the rider in green with that black helmet in second wheel position currently in this break of 4. They're going to try to hold this thing, and they might as well. It's 7 to go. No reason to look back. Your field being led currently by Darlene. She'll pull up for Henrietta Watts. An appropriate name for a powerful rider like her. She'll try to do some work now to bring this thing a little closer. Bell's ringing for more points. 6 to go. Your leaders know they're racing against each other. Chen watching Lingwood closely as they've been at the front of the field all night so far. No reason to believe that they won't try to do it again here. Snover waiting for the speed to come now as Lingwood is delaying the sprint long enough to allow the field to close in a bit. Quite a bit here, surprisingly so. Some of the riders from the field catching onto the back of the leaders all of a sudden here. They're looking at each other so much they're not even sprinting yet. Finally, the sprint incoming as Chen will get a nice jump for 5. Lingwood 3, and Scoville all the way from the field continues her speed to get 2, and Tomko finds 1 there. Nice effort on the back of that catch for both of those juniors to get some value out of it. Unofficially, that will give Chen the lead on her own now with 13 points. Lingwood back by 2 at 11. Chen with 13, Lingwood 11, your top two riders. Scoville setting herself up nicely after that catch, picks up 2 more points, good now for 4 points and good for 3rd place in the race currently. We have Snover with 2, Tomko with 2, Lou Kelly with 1. Everyone else looking for their first points. That does match the official record. So everything's up to date before our final sprint. The last one does get doubled up, 10, 6, 4, and 2 to the leaders. That should be very important, especially as the race for 3rd is wide open. Essentially, 2 riders with any real points to their name is going to be Lingwood and Chen, as they've been stealing it all up and gobbling all the points in there for themselves. Everyone else, let's see, it's really just Scoville with 4 points, and that's not enough to really sit on your laurels in this final sprint. This race for 3rd place could just be determined by who wins this final sprint, and it could even be somebody who hasn't got any points yet. Likely we're going to see Lingwood and Chen battling for that 10 and the 6, though, as we know their race isn't settled yet either. They need to be at the front of the field. Whoever wins this final sprint out of the 2 of them will likely be the winner of the race, as they're only separated by 2 points. Now a bit of hesitation, no surprise, they're coming into the bell lap, so a bit of a setup here, a moment to reset and prepare. Watts coming into a move on the blue line. The field allowing this to kind of set for now. Here they come. Bell's ringing, a 1 to go. Snover on the wheel, watching Watts accelerate. Your leader's kind of in the middle of this group. Now, here comes the second effort as Chen's trying to really get things rolling. Look at the speed from the middle of the field now. Oh, here they come into turn 3. We got new leaders at the front. Chen coming in fast to win the race. Lingwood trying to hold on. It will be Chen taking over. 10 to your race leader, and that'll be good for the win. Lingwood for 6 more. A lot of points there for Annette Williams, getting 4 there. I talked about earlier, it just might take 1 sprint to be in 3rd, and I think with Williams picking up 4 points, that puts her into a tiebreak with Scoville, and it'll go in her direction because she finishes in front of Scoville in the final sprint. So an important sprint in all positions there, but the race should go in the direction of Kimberly Chen officially when it's all said and done. Couple more finishers coming around, and I think we should be all cleared. A reminder to exit on the back straight on the same lap you finish. Into the warm-up circle if you can. Thank you. Riders, come on up for your next group. It's the Cat 1-2 men for the points race to the rail. Adjusted to a 5x5 25 lap race.
I belong to you.
I belong to you.
Do just what you want. You're the one I trust. And I always
Off into the neutral we go. 5x5 points race, same rules apply. They've got 5 chances to pick up points tonight in this contest. Points racing about ready to start for the Cat 1-2 men. On deck, Cat 3 men for the points race. Followed by Cat 4s for the same. Then we get to close it all off with a beautiful Madison race at the end of tonight. Well, okay. So maybe I shouldn't talk about the Madison too much. Okay, we'll see. And the sound of the whistle means racing's underway. 25 to go. Points racing for the Cat 1-2 men. I was just getting some radio chatter that maybe that Madison race isn't happening because there's not quite enough teams or enough riders. Well, that's a thing that happens sometimes, I guess. We still got some good racing going on. The Cat 3 is in for their final event for tonight. The Cat 4s as well. And of course, right now, Cat 1-2 men. I saw them all before the race started. They had a huge powwow, but they kicked one rider out. It was number 7, wasn't allowed to talk to anybody. The rest of them had this big old infield meeting, said, what can we do to beat this kid? What's going to be the right recipe? I'm talking about, of course, Gallagher, who's been hard to beat in any scenario this season so far. Continues to wear that Rider of the Year jersey in the group. Easy to spot him. Number 7 right in the middle of the field. And the rest of this group, again, all season long, they've shown right from the get-go in preseason. It's been fast, and always this group always puts on good speed, but this year more than some, I must admit. It feels like it's been a few years since we've seen a field with this much diversity of speed and quality of talent throughout the group. Even just talking with some of the racers about just how, sometimes, one week or another it feels like, I got a shot any week. I could come up here, but now, nope, not this year. There's those 5, 6, 7, 8 athletes that just make it so fast and so hard every week. It's been that kind of field pretty much since our preseason. Quinn Kennedy, number 45, on the go here. Bell next time getting set up for this first sprint. A little bit of movement in the middle. Everybody navigates okay. And as we reposition off of a quick slowdown off of that initial attack, and off goes Williams for center cycles, being allowed quite a bit of dance room here. And the bell's ringing. Williams in good position to strike for early points. Lynch trying to catch now. That's number 11 for Coalition Cycling in the white with the teal sleeves. Likely to get caught, but Williams still in a position to get some points out of this nice move. About a lap back. Well, still holding on here. Could find the 5. Williams still in position. 5 for Kenny, 3 for Flom, 2 for Lynch, and it looks like 1 for number 40, Gavin Newman. And here goes Flom and Gallagher now trying to pull away from the field. Group tries to rest there on the go. Gallagher didn't even contest for the point, so he's fresh on the legs. He might as well make him hurt here. Flom's happy to try to match the tempo, and Baker is eager to catch. So rider number 8 there in the gray jersey, right behind Flom. He does the work to get up quickly, brings a few riders with him. That gets Gallagher off the front, and we're settled back into a pace at 18 to go with Flom driving steady at the front. That gives your unofficial points totals. 5 for Kenny Williams, 3 to Lynch, 2 to Flom, and 1 to Newman. Your top 4 riders so far. About to hear the bell. Merrick Gallagher moving to the front here. Their second chance for points, and Gallagher will lead it. Matty Hers is right there, number 4. As is Grinsel, number 18, the rider in pink. Hers sandwiched right in the middle, the rider in that blue Coefficient of Speed jersey. dangling off the front here a little bit. Gallagher forced to respond to Hers' attack now. So Hers will take over the lead. Gallagher will sit on the wheel. Likely will try to jump at this if he can to pick up 5 against Hers. Looking speedy here to the line. Hers, Gallagher. Gallagher will come around for the 5. Hers 3. 2 points for Grinsel and 1 for Wilson. I got 4 new riders picking up points, so there's points all over the board now. 2 riders with 5 as both Gallagher and Williams tie for the lead. Lynch and Hers with 3. Grinsel and Flom with 2. Wilson and Newman with 1. 14 to go. Newman accelerating things from the front. Hofer joins, as does now Gallagher and Kennedy. $13 to go. Trying to read what's happening behind him as Quinn Kennedy's looking in both directions to see what the catch looks like. It looks like Ludo Max trying to get back on to the pace. That's the rider from back in the field, number 37, now with that teal and black jersey and about third wheel in the front group. It's also Ben Flom trying to get up there, the rider in orange. Recombining again here, 12 to go. As Gallagher and the rest of the group sitting pretty high now. And the rest of the chasing field able to get back into position on the back of their rest. Turn 2 is a great place to launch moves, especially as the group is slowing down. That's exactly what Baker does along the rails. A classic move here at our velodrome. Up high on that turn 2, you can get a decent run at it. You'll use that as a good ramp up into this long attack. At 11 to go, number 8 is on the move. Here goes number 2, Sandoval. And there's your rider of the year again, Gallagher. A big gap to the rest of the field. The field will be sprinting for 1, but let's keep our eyes on the lead, which is now Baker being caught by Sandoval and eventually Gallagher. Sandoval trying to time his jump, but I think Gallagher may just try to carry this momentum. 3 riders across the track here. The sprint for 5. Oh, might have been Sandoval. It was close. A tight one there. We'll check the finish, the photo finish there to confirm. Lynch coming out of the field for 1, though. We can confirm that. Baker for 2. On review, it's Gallagher, number 7 for 5 in the previous sprint. Sandoval gets 3. Gallagher on review gets it over Sandoval. Points totals, I have now officially Merritt Gallagher in your lead with 10 points. After that is Williams with 5, Lynch with 4, Hers and Sandoval with 3, Flom 2, Baker 2, Wilson 1, Newman 1. 8 to go. Carl Hofer off the front right now for Found Cycling. Solo move here. 4 riders in chase. An update there on the points. I miscalled Lynch's points totals. He has 3, not 4. There's 4 riders with 3 points apiece coming into this sprint. Sandoval, Hers, Flom, and Lynch. The bell's ringing at 6 to go. Chris Wilson has already come back into the front of this race. All of a sudden, here comes Hers. Coefficient of speed now trying to get back up to the front. Your race leader not going to be fighting for points right now as Gallagher's going to sit it out for the final one. Hers was active at the beginning of this race, trying to get some more now. Here comes Wilson looking for points, but on the home straight it will be Hers making the catch for 5, Wilson for 3, Flom 2. Baker will clean up for 1. Your leader, Merrick Gallagher, stays out of this one. He still has 10, your leader. Matty Hers moves into second with 8 points. 2 riders with 5 is now Flom and Williams. 4 points for Chris Wilson. Several riders with 3 is Lynch, Baker, and Sandoval. 2 points for Grinsell and 1 for Newman. That matches the official record after my recent update. Three to go. The race has come down to this final sprint in a really interesting way. Gallagher sitting out the last one means that Matty Hers is only 2 points off the lead. So everyone that wants to get this race here is going to have to be involved, although Hers falling a little bit off the pace right now. So Gallagher just needs to be at the front of this sprint. Doesn't necessarily have to win it to win the race, but knows he needs to be active. So here he goes, number 7, beginning to put together an attack. He might even just try to pull away again like he did in the scratch race tonight. Why not? It worked so well in that race. You know he has the fitness. You know he has this kind of race speed, solo breakaway ability. He might as well just do one right now, and that's exactly what he's going to do. It's going to guarantee him the 10, guarantee him the win. Don't sprint against these guys. Just go away. I'm off. I'm done. 1 to go. Gallagher for yet another lap around this track on his own to get another win tonight. The sprint now from the field is still a good race for second. A lot of riders within a point or so of each other. It's interesting to see who comes to the front of this group and tries to challenge for some points. Might it be another one of our young riders as Newman's trying to get up to the front of this thing. He's got a long ways to go to catch Grinsell, who currently leads it out, the rider from Dyna Racing. Here comes your winner, Gallagher, to the line for 10 more. Grinsell winning from the field, finds 6, and whoa! And that is the end of the race. Riders, please exit on the back straight. All right, those that are exiting, exit quickly. Our next group's coming to the rail. Cat 3 men lining up. Cat 3 men lining up to the rail for the points race. And your next group into the neutral for the points race, your Cat 3 men. 4x4, 16 laps on the cards. In your previous race, we do have an official relegation, number 2, for not holding the line in the final sprint. Relegation to number 2 for not holding their line while the sprint was engaged there on that final lap. Same rules apply, same race about to happen? No way, this is a new group. Totally new type of race here, but the same type of race. That's right, a points race is gonna go down for the Cat 3s. And today they've got 16 laps total, 4 chances to sprint in this 4x4 format. Looking forward to another good one here, and they're gonna be followed by the final race of the evening. It sounds like our Madison is getting crossed off the list. It was already a long night considering all of the junior featured racing going on today. No surprise that it's getting a little bit long into the evening, and we got a lot of racing to do this weekend, so we're gonna try to shorten it up a little bit tonight. With the whistle blowing, the Cat 3s are off for their 16 laps. First sprint, points at 12, bell at 13. Couple more laps until we hear the bell. Stan Douglas coming to the front, number 360. "14 laps. Next time around, the first bell will be heard." Now it's Westover bringing the lap up to good speed there. Fowler finds the front and decides to put on acceleration himself. Fairbanks matches pace. "13 to go, and the bell's ringing for the first chance for points. Our winner from the scratch race, trying to establish some early dominance. No reason to be sneaky anymore. The field knows this guy's got some speed. He's come back just the same way he left, as a good competitor. JC Pyatt looking to pick up some speed here and contest for the first 5 points. We'll find it. 5 for Pyatt, 3 for Sherfy. It looks like it's 2 for Hampson. I think that was 1 to Fairbanks. I'm not sure on the back end there. We'll confirm that shortly. Confirming it was Fairbanks, the 4th rider across the line for a single point. Your leader, JC Pyatt. In second is Sherfy with 3. In third with 2, Hampson. In fourth with 1, Fairbanks. Next bell at 9, points at 8. $10 to go. If you're still here enjoying the show, thank you so much for being part of the community. One of the things that people say when they come here is, how do you get so many folks out here to enjoy racing? It's because we've built a community of folks that come out every single week. They support our track. We've got people that are just out enjoying their afternoons that hear there's something going on at the velodrome, and they wander in and enjoy the show. It's a lively community here, and we can only have the kind of racing we have here because of the support of our community at large. You can see this long list of sponsors on the home straight. Thank you for helping make racing happen once again this week with your attendance and your support. The bell's ringing for Conrad Mayer and the rest of the field now at 9 to go. Mayer for Dyna Racing doesn't have any points yet. Has been looking pretty powerful tonight. He's trying to figure out a way to get some points now in the middle of this race. Sherfy's following him well now, though. Your winner of the scratch trying to get some more here. He found 3 in the first sprint. barely beat by JC Pyle the last time he came to the line. Looks like he's in position this time. Escape is also here with Vigliotti trying to challenge, but it'll be Sherfy, Hampson, Vigliotti, and then Fairbanks. Your leader should be Sherfy after the new points total, unofficially now with 8. 5 for Hampson and a tie with Pyle now, both with 5 points, tied for second. Also 2 riders with 2 points. I got both Fairbanks and Vigliotti in a tie, which should be good for 4th right now. 7 to go. Six to go. Next time around, a bell again. A relatively fast format tonight here for the Cat 3s. Again, already a smaller turnout. It's a long night. Shortening the race just a little bit for these riders. I've been keeping it quick and competitive nonetheless. So far, it's leaning heavily in the direction of Sherfy. Next up, closest rider is Hampson, just 3 points back from the leader. After Pyle has exited the race, there's only 3 riders in this group with any points. Bell's ringing, 5 to go. Points next time around. We'll see who will take over the front as Conrad's leaning it now, but here comes Jordan Grope. Here comes the second acceleration from Dyna Racing right at the front. Conrad's going to try to hold on to this thing. Here comes our junior from Devo. Escape velocity is Cohen Vigliotti trying to come to the front now. Ooh, Sherfy accelerating at the blue line. Vigliotti will hold on for 5. Sherfy for 3. Fairbanks 2. And Mayer for 1. The rider formerly in second did not pick up any points there, so Hampson drops down a position as Vigliotti climbs his way up into second after the points there, picking up a big 5 in that previous sprint. Your points totals unofficially are as stands. Josh Sherfy in the lead with 11 points now. In second is Vigliotti with 7. Hampson in third with 5. Fairbanks in fourth with 4. Mayer with 1. And that matches the official record. And we only got 1 sprint left to go. Final chance to sprint upcoming. Your leader, Sherfy, leads by about 4 points right now. It's Vigliotti, the junior from Burnaby, the next closest. At 1 to go, who will take this one home? If Fairbanks can win this sprint, he can still work his way back up. This has been a tough field for him to beat today. Here he goes off the front. Here comes Vigliotti, our rider from Burnaby, who's also been on great speed tonight. He's going to go again. He's taken over the front. Devo Racing showing up in great style tonight. Can he hold on to this position? Here comes Hampson from Team Epic. Trying to counter, but it's going to be our rider from Devo, Burnaby, in style, picking up 10, should become your race leader. Hampson with great speed holds on for 6, I believe. Was that Ritter coming in for 4, and then Fairbanks gets 2 more points in that effort. Burnaby showing up with some speed tonight. Vigliotti getting the big 10, and I think that'll be enough to bring him up to the win of that race. A fantastic finish for the youth in that situation. Cat 4 men are invited to the rail for their final race of the night. Foot traffic coming in and out. Just move quickly. We know you taking advantage of in-between races. We understand. Your next group's coming to the rail now for their 4x4 points race. Our last race of the evening. Cat 4 men to the rail. One more chance here tonight to watch some great racing on a Friday night. It is the Cat 4 men points race in the neutral. Get up. You can get in. Get up. You can get in. We got one rider that's going to try and catch onto the back here field. A little bit of a slip off, so slow on the back half if you can. Slow on the back. We can send him around again too if we need to. It's okay. All right, we're going to probably give an extra lap, so don't expend too much energy here. It's all right. We'll get it all together. No rush. All right, our Cat 4 men about ready to begin. We're going to get everybody together first, though. A little bit mishap on the start. No problemo. We'll get this all back together, and we'll get the race started. You're still in the neutral, riders. Still in the neutral. Let's get everybody together here. Keep it nice and slow, and we'll let our rider catch on without having to spend too much effort. Thank you. We've had a nice night here. Our opening event of the weekend for Junior Takeover was, of course, the noon clinic that happened earlier today. 60 youth in attendance was the estimate. Coming into tonight, over 100 in the kiddie kilo. Nearly, what was it, about a 40-minute period of time where all we did was cheer on the juniors, our youngest competitors out here for some junior racing. Some really fun finishes and exciting moments through our scratch races tonight. And, of course, now we have our final points race of the night, and then we'll be closing shop for the evening. Tomorrow, we come back with a clinic at noon for the juniors again, and some really junior-specific racing tomorrow, starting at 5. Juniors get one more chance as well on Sunday to kind of close out as a finale for the Junior Takeover weekend. And the sound of the whistle means racing's underway. It's a 4x4, 16 to go. First bell at 13 laps. Our field gathering all up here under the Stanley sign, still bunched up as one big group. Well ahead of this first bell, it's going to be tough for anybody to break away or get away from this group, as they've had a lot of rest since their last race, and it's a big field here tonight for the Cat 4s. 14 to go. Racing is all strung out single file here, as it looks like now one of our riders from Diner Racing getting things ready to go for this bell lap. First sprint coming to the line now. Oh, it's a good one. No. Jerry Baker Jr. is on the inside. Will hold on for the 5. That's Gabriel Takagi. I believe Jason Fuller might have been the second one across the line. Your finishing order there, it goes Takagi for 5, Karp for 3, Davies for 2, and Plechy Moriki for 1. And that's also their current order at the top of the list right now. Only 1 sprint completed, 3 more to go. Next bell already coming up. This break of 2 starting to pull away, setting themselves up early. It's Zavala again from Team California, number 449, being active off the front. We've seen this youth all over the front of the field. Joined by Liquid Velo now as the bell's ringing. Of number 416 is Isaiah West at the front. Zavala and West get the bell first, but the field's starting to chase them down, including Team Epic leading the way. There's that rider, Davies, as well, that rider with the blue jersey and the orange helmet, who's been very active all night tonight for the Cat 4 men. West trying to lead this thing out, but the catch starting to get there. Will Team Epic overtake? Not quite. Liquid Velo holding on. 416 getting it, 418, and then our San Jose rider. And then finally Davies for 1. Two riders at 5 each is Takagi and West in a tie for first unofficially. Plechy Moriki in third with 4 points. Davies and Karp both with 3. Zavala with 2. At 7 to go, look at this group of 5 pulling away at this stage now. And this is really just kind of pulling the whole race apart. It was a pretty concentrated field. Tiny little gap here, though, will start to come back together again. So this slightly shattered field will begin to resemble a full group again. Though clearly a little bit more tired for the work to hold on to that speed of the front 5. At 6 to go. Not able to get away from anything. They look back and see the field's all there. But again, they know those catching riders are going to be exhausted coming into this next sprint. Only a few laps left here of racing on a Friday night, and it's the Cat 4s trying to close it out in style. 2 riders in a tie, Takagi and West, both with 5 as we come into this bell. And here goes West again. Sam Karp, part pardon me, for Coalition Cycling. 4:23 on a big attack, well ahead of the rest of the field's timing here. Gives him a huge gap. The 5 is already practically in his back pocket. Team Epic starting to load it up now as well. In the catch, trying to get back onto the leaders' tempo here. Carp, could he hold on long enough? They're coming in fast. Here comes Coalition Cycling. He will be able to find the 5. That's number 418 for 3 there. Zavala for 2. I think the only number I didn't quite get in there was the rider that found 1 point in that sprint, and that was number 451, it sounds like, Tom Wang for Triple Shot Cycling. Your leader, Sam Karp, unofficially, 8 points for Coalition Cycling team. In second is Oscar Plichimuriki of Team Epic with 7. 2 riders with 5 is West and Takagi. 1 rider with 4 is Zavala. Davies with 3. Wang with 1. That matches the official record as of this point. So we have all the information we need to look at this final lap and see what's going to happen here and anticipate the finish. 1 to go. Davies comes all the way to the front. He's got some good points. Can he get some more here? Our youngster from San Jose taking a strong lap here. He's got another one of the Californians right on his wheel. Zavala has been very active in this field, wants to get points here at the end of the race. There's Karp again, the rider from Coalition, is in 3rd position. Here goes Zavala, who's been strong all night, wants to try to get some big ones here on this final lap. Sprint's coming in fast. Get up the track quickly if you're going to go up track. That's less than ideal. Zavala will get the 10. Karp will get the 6. And a good finish for our Cat 4 men. And that will just about do it for the night. We've got a few more finishers. All right, friends of the Velodrome, our athletes, our supporting staff, our officials, thank you for another great night of Friday night racing. It's late already, we know. It's past 10 o'clock. The beverage garden is going to be open for, maybe a little more. But other than that, we are starting to close down our activities here tonight. We'll be turning off the live stream here momentarily. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting racing here at our Velodrome. It's been a great night. We're going to be back again for more fun. 5 o'clock tomorrow, Saturday night racing. It's going to be all about the juniors. If you want to tune in and support them, please do. Give them some views and some love. That would be fantastic. We'll be streaming the action live again tomorrow, 5 o'clock for Saturday night racing and the Junior Takeover weekend. And, of course, more great racing for the rest of the weekend. The juniors are going to be racing again on Sunday. More great racing next week here at 7 o'clock. Man, we're getting close to some good stuff. We've got the GP upcoming. We've got ourselves about a month away from Junior Track Nats. It's a good time to be a fan here at the Velodrome. Well, thanks, everybody, for a great night. We appreciate you all for making the way out, and we look forward to hosting you for more great racing right here at the Jerry Baker Memorial Velodrome.